Maybe you like cooking. Maybe you don't. Either way, the new Blue Apron is for you. Because along with our classic meal kits, we're offering new pre-made and one-pan meals to help you get dinner on the table fast. And now there's no subscription needed, so you can just order and enjoy. Do delicious food your way. Shop 100+ meals at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season and episode number 4448. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and my cock, Montgomery. That's you, Hardman's Room. Okay. On tap today, your guess is as good as my categories, the top 10 best car companies and winter destinations. We will play Profile This, plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Click, clack, dingity, John.
All right, here we go. Florida teen is pulled over after driving 154 miles per hour on wet roads. Meanwhile, a woman argues with her boyfriend at a Taco Bell, and then seriously, she explodes. U.S. postal worker tried to run over a 10-year-old boy. An escaped monkey finds a music store it wanted to destroy. And a woman wanted for arson tries to burn down a Walmart. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. Happy New Year and all that stuff. All right, listen, my kids, they do not mind telling me that I'm old. And I get it. Look, they're young. And that said, there are things that actually make me feel old. They don't. But there's inexplicable aches and pains. My gray beard. In fact, when the kids look at an older picture, they're like, dude, your beard was black. I'm like, yes. And now it is gray. So, yeah, you get the aches and pains. You get the gray beard. But the one that gets me now, the occasional gray pubic hair.
Mm-hmm. You get that?
I do, man. I don't know why pubes go last, but, like, the beard turned gray. And then I look at my chest. There's, like, maybe 7 of them, but you can find them. And then last week, I'm in the shower, and I'm like, is that the gray pubic hair? And it was. And I plucked it like it matters. I'm sure. Well, for some reason, I'm like, you gotta go. You can't be here, man. You can do it to the beard. You can do it to the chest. You can do it in the nostrils. Get away from my pubes. Yeah, so look, man, these things happen. But I'm not even talking about that kind of stuff to make you feel old. I'm talking about things like the end of MTV. MTV officially signed off forever on December 31st. But the reason it makes me feel old is because I also remember when MTV debuted 44 years ago. And the point is, I'm not saying I was alive when MTV started. I'm saying I'm old enough I remember when MTV started. And now it is gone. More about that later. But in the meantime, it is a new year. So everywhere you look, we're reminded of upcoming anniversaries. For example, the Xbox 360, that turns 20 years old this year. Kobe Bryant joined the Lakers 30 years ago. Think about that. His first game with the Lakers was 30 freaking years ago. Yes, he played forever, so it doesn't seem like that long. And then here's one for you. How old do you think the word meme is? Everyone throws it around. We know what a meme is.
10 years?
Oh, it's much older than that, my friend. The word meme, along with a list of other words we have, 50 years old. Wow. 50 freaking years old. Yeah, so all that kind of stuff, it begins to make you feel a little bit old. And the truth is, the older you get, there's just certain things you can't do anymore. Like, I don't know, hang out at a club and not be the creepy guy. But it gets worse than that. But that's what we want to talk about today, right? Everyone's getting older, and if you're smart, you'll continue to do so, right? Maybe don't hold your beer. Maybe don't prove that thing you can do. And that's all we want to talk about today. It is the new year, so today we want to know, our question brought to you by our friends at Advanced Hair Restoration, what makes you feel old, and what can't you do anymore that you used to?
To be a part of the big show, call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live. Send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com, and I'll watch the show live on YouTube at KISW Rock.
So here's the thing with homemade meals. Eating them is great, but all the chopping and measuring and cleanup, not so much. With new one-pan assemble and bake meals from Blue Apron, you get all the flavor of homemade meals with a fraction of the work. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients, bake in the oven, and enjoy. Shop, assemble, and bake at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
With a detailed agent directory you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Looking for a listing agent's contact info? We've got it. The agent with the most sales in your price range? Easy. Specialized agents with all the up-to-date info on your dream neighborhood? We'll know them. A Pisces who enjoys long walks on the beach? You've got other sites for that. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, patrols, away we go. Welcome to the 21st Amendment season, episode number 4,448. What a large and a charge program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. It is a brand new year. 21 years on the air.
Yes, indeed.
At KISW in Seattle.
We can now drink.
That is crazy.
We can finally drink our own beer. Man, oh man, I've been waiting for this day.
What a deal. What a deal.
Finally tried that.
The show is drinking age.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Christ, older than my children.
Well, you just think somebody who was born, the first year we were on the air, this year they'll be able to drink.
Man, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, that makes me feel old.
I mean, that's
right there.
That's what we're talking about today, folks.
Good God.
We're talking about getting old. Your guess is as good as mine. Coming up with our categories, the top 10 best car companies and winter destinations.
All right.
So those are the cities that people want to travel to get a little sunshine.
Nome, Alaska.
And not on the list.
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Is there any cold weather cities on there because of like skiing and stuff, or is it all warm?
No, it's all warm.
Oh, okay.
The best.
Skiers are the only people
who care about
that are going to go somewhere cold. Right. Like otherwise, like if you're not a skier and they're like, hey man, we're going, Christ, we're going to go to Crystal. No.
I was married to a skier.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's miserable. Oh, yeah. I mean, not being married to her. I'm just talking about what her interests were.
Right. In the wintertime, I don't. Look, it's already cold, right? And I get it. It's wintertime. But in Seattle, luxury, doesn't snow much. The last thing I want to do is leave this non-snowy area and to go somewhere
But you can drive.
that there is snow. Like,
You can drive to it.
I don't want to do that.
You can drive to it.
I don't want to do that.
I mean, traditionally, when I used to snowboard, this is the time of year when I'd actually start going.
My son is going Friday. He's super excited.
Because football is basically kind of almost... There's playoffs, but there's no, regular season games.
He's going on Friday.
Yeah, we can go any Sunday you want now.
My wife took him and a couple of friends last Tuesday, I think it was.
All right.
Hey, can we go skiing? And he's like, do you want to go? I said, no, I don't know what you don't get about this. No. Because to ski, there must be snow. Your dad does not like snow. He's like... Or we're not in the snow, man. We're having fun with it. So then have fun with it. I'm not going.
You can also get up there and it starts raining. I've been in that situation before where things turn to ice. The wind's blowing.
He said it got really icy by the end, and that's when he got home, he sounded like an old man, right? He was just, I'm like, what happened, man? He said they got there early. It was snow. When more people got up there, like anything, everyone just keeps wearing it down. He goes, by the end, it was just solid ice. He was snowboarding, not skiing this time, and his edge clipped, and he just face planted. Into the ice, as he said.
My thing was, I had
been there, Ted.
Well, just as you get to as it gets warmer in the spring, you might get slushy stuff.
Yeah,
but when it's ice, it just sucks.
And,
he pointed that out.
See, I had LASIK in the late 90s.
All right.
But my eyes continued to deteriorate over time. Mm-hmm. So, my vision is not great. But because of that LASIK, I cannot wear contacts. If I were to accidentally fall asleep in them, because they cut the front of my eye, I just have a flap in front of my eye. So it can move around.
Old flappy eyes.
Yeah. So
flappy eyes, Montgomery.
If you leave the contacts in, they dry out. You go pull. You're just going to pull the front of your eye off.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow. So, okay. So I wear glasses.
Yeah.
So you need these big-ass goggles that surround your glasses. Now, maybe the goggles don't fog, but the glasses do.
They still do, yeah.
So you're in there, man, and you're trapped. You feel like a goldfish. You know what I mean? You're looking around help me.
Yeah.
Help me, Lord, get me out of here. But you can't see. So for me, it's even more miserable.
I just don't like being cold. That's all. And I don't ski well enough to stay upright the whole time. She's not going to fall in the snow. And I know, I'm just bitching. First world problem. But guess what? That's my first world problem. I don't like snow. I really don't.
Yeah.
I never have.
Right. I mean, if you don't like snow, it's not fun.
Well, there's a guy that lives in my neighborhood, right?
All right.
And I put my skis out for trash one time because I was I'm never doing this again. Because I don't want to get hurt, too. And I put the poles out. And he was sitting on the sidewalk one day, and I see my poles. And I'm like, all right, he got my poles. You know what I mean? He's probably walking.
He can move to Edmonds now.
Yes, exactly. He can walk up all those hills. So the top 10 best winter vacation destinations. And, excuse me. Yeah. The 10 car brands that are the tops. And the ones that are at the bottom. You can go for those, too. If you've ever had a beater or a car that didn't run real well, you know those brands. So that's coming up with your guess is as good as mine. And as we said, as we embark on season number 21 here in the men's room, I'm going to talk about getting older and some of the things that, maybe seemed normal at the time when you were doing them, and they're completely gone now as far as your life goes.
Yeah.
I flew out of town over the break, and I just didn't have a book with me. I forgot to bring the damn thing. So I go to the bookstore, and I get a couple of magazines. I cannot tell you how much enjoyment I had reading a magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of being on my phone, all right, I bought a couple magazines. It's one was a Golf Digest.
Sure, of course.
But I also bought a travel magazine. And I'm just sitting there this is great. Even the commercial, the advertisements, I didn't care. I was reading.
I'm a magazine guy. So even the advertisements, I will read the advertisements.
But there was always a time in my life, not a good time as far as my hemorrhoids, but that I always had a magazine.
Always.
On the back of my toilet. Mm-hmm. And I had subscriptions to magazines that I used to get. I mean, hell, I have thought about, being an old man now, I've thought about getting a Sunday paper delivered. New York Times.
I have debated it. I have debated that. Because, the news you've already read.
Seattle Times.
That's the irony of it.
Just the Sunday paper.
That's the crossword puzzle.
I can
the news you already know.
The food critic stuff.
Right.
The stuff that I can read online. I don't know, for some reason, though. I'll flip through look, Fred Meyer's got a sale on steaks. That's my mentality.
But if I'm with the newspaper, I will finish an article online.
Yeah.
You scroll through, and look, you could do the same thing. I could just scan through an article, but I don't. If it's tactile and I'm holding it in my hand, I'll read it beginning to end. And even though it's the exact same article on their website, written by the same person on the same date, I'm like, I'm just going to skim this bitch. Mm-hmm. And now, some of the way, I want to say Yahoo does it. They'll have a headline, and I'm interested in reading the story. But then they tell you about how long it takes to read it.
Yeah.
And I realize I'm a 2 minutes or less. Because for some reason, on the computer, I'm in a hurry. Correct. If I have the paper, I'll take all freaking day, even though it's the exact same information.
Yeah. I think, too, right? Like, if you're holding a paper and reading it, people kind of leave you alone.
That is true.
You might be reading something on your phone, but like,
people will talk to
people
you.
in your house, right? They're going to talk to you.
Sure. No, absolutely.
Even at the bar, you could be a lot of guys. I don't know what they do for a
if you have your
living.
laptop out, I'm not going to talk to you because I'm assuming you're working.
I still might, but you're working at a bar. So to me,
Well,
it's kinda
perfect.
like, it ain't that important, right? It's a bar. You still got a beer in front of you, a couple shots. And I know there's a couple guys that work at our local watering hole. I don't care. I'll still talk to them. And if I roll into working, half the time, they'll stop working to start talking to me. But you're right. If someone's holding a paper, which I've seen on occasion at the watering hole, everyone leaves them alone.
Yeah. We lost a penny last year, right? But the next announcement was, guess what's coming next? Checks. And I know it sounds stupid. I write checks every month. I'm just still in that mode where I
used to, and my wife made fun of me.
Well,
and
there's no one
she's
there to make
taken
fun of
over.
me, so I don't care.
Well, no, she does it all online, and it's fine, and I get it. But I'm like, look, I would sit down one day, it took a couple of hours, I'd write out all my checks for all my bills. I'm like, none of my bills were ever late after a certain point in my life. None of my bills ever late. It's always paid on time. I'm paying attention, and I don't worry about identity theft. We've been hacked probably 3 times. No real detrimental stuff came as a result of it. But I'm like, we only got hacked because it's on the freaking computer.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Right? Like, this is the problem. When I wrote a check, it didn't have, yes, you could go through the mail and steal a check if you wanted to. And if your name was, I don't know, Puget Sound Energy, then you could go ahead and cash it. But assuming that it's not, it didn't matter.
MTV's gone. That's one of the reasons that we asked the question today. Viewers tuning in to MTV's old school music channels on New Year's Eve saw more than a countdown. They saw the format quietly sign off as MTV pulled the plug on its remaining music-only channel on December 31st, and that ended decades of round-the-clock video programming in multiple countries. In the UK, MTV Music, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, and MTV Live all went dark. MTV Music bowed out with Video Killed the Radio Star by the...
Oh, crap. Hang on. Video Killed the Radio Star.
Which was the first clip ever played.
God, it's a
They
terrible
launched
song,
in 1981.
The Shins?
The Buggles.
The Buggles. All right.
The
I
Buggles.
know it was the somebody.
Yeah. Other channels chose different final songs, with MTV 90s calling it a day with The Spice Girls Goodbye.
Yeah, really. They ended with
And to be honest with you, I did not know that there was still that many channels that MTV operated.
I knew they had a few, but to me, there was MTV, and then I think they had something to do with VH1 back in the day, maybe.
Yeah.
And as I got older, VH1 started leaning a little more on me, you know what I'm saying? But I did not know
But
they had that many
videos
different
are
ones.
very entertaining. They really are. I was at a bar after a
But
round
what's
of golf.
the most recent video you've seen?
Well, this is what I'm going to tell you. I was at the Beach Tavern in Tacoma. Manny puts a video channel on, which also plays music within the establishment. I don't know what channel this is, but they were doing just basically hair metal videos.
Now, those are entertaining, but videos have changed now.
But you forget how cheesy they are. Like,
Yes.
do you remember the song Poison by Alice Cooper?
Yes.
Maybe the cheesiest video I've ever seen. I was mesmerized at just how bad this was, but still entertaining at the same time. Just listening to the tune, not a bad song. Not his most popular, but the video is freaking gold.
And the thing that made those videos better is that they didn't realize how absurd they were.
Yeah.
My buddy, once a year, we will sit down and we go through all these 80 videos. And it could be Prince, it could be Aha, it could be the hair metal stuff.
Well, some
It
of them are
doesn't
pretty
matter.
good. Some of them are really, really bad. I mean, because you can only
most of them were
you
bad.
can only have so many ideas.
Even Thriller, right? For all the love it gets, and it changed what making a video was all about. We watched that probably in October, and it's awful. And I understand.
What do you mean it's awful?
It's awful. It's a terrible video. It is so stupid, but I do remember at the time this was groundbreaking. But it's awful. It is so dumb. It is such a stupid video. But none of the videos we saw did we say, man, that was a good video. Most of them were very comedic, and it made it funnier because I'm like, none of them thought that what they were doing at this moment was funny. They were being dead serious, and I do not know why.
What was it? Autograph? Turn up the radio? That's just absolutely horrible as well.
They still make videos.
Right.
They're just not like a cable channel. You can find them on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah,
like
sure.
Stapleton right now is a great video out with like Josh Brolin's in it and this and that for Whitehorse. And I'm like, this is like a movie.
And but who sees it? You know what I mean? Ultimately, does it get more views on
Just YouTube.
Just,
but I mean, they get so many views there. So
Right.
they still spend money to make the videos.
Yeah.
They do.
Sometimes I get annoyed when it pops on. It's like, I just want to hear the song. Now I'm watching a story with Josh Brolin as a cop and his kid.
Yeah, but Josh Brolin's cool.
He is. When he smokes a cig, it looks cool.
All right.
Who is your favorite
I
MTV VJ?
couldn't.
Carson Daly.
Carson Daly.
Yeah, when he used to host, I mean, you got to keep in mind, TRL, Total Request Live, I think comes on like 99, 2000s? So, like, we would get home from high school and watch it. And then, like, I mean, that was part of the reason me and DB got into boy bands. It's just Backstreet was on there all the time.
Well, there was always iconic shows that you watched, like just like General Hospital, if you're into that stage.
Headbangers Ball.
Yo MTV Raps. There's a number of great shows that were just like, even the Tom Green show.
I mean, the Real World.
God,
Like, as far as we think about reality TV, like, the Real World was really, like, one of the first ones to just have actual people. And we just watched them.
Now, The End, next door. Did they not do a season based on...
The Real World did a season.
107.7 The End?
Yeah, where they worked at the end.
Oh, really?
They worked at the end.
Yeah, they were like interns.
For an entire year.
Correct. And then they lived down on the water on one of the piers.
Now, was that in our...
Because that's how radio pays.
Was that in our
waterfront?
Was that in our old building, do you think?
Correct.
Had to be.
I think it made the spiral staircase we used to have to go down to the end. I think it kind of made it famous because they were always doing stuff on it.
Huh.
No idea.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking, I did not watch that season.
It was
No.
only like season 3 or 4. It was pretty early on in the run.
Huh. I'm finding out now.
The lovely Daisy Fuentes.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus, I take it back. Daisy Fuentes is my favorite VJ.
Yeah. I mean, for that reason, absolutely, dude.
But I mean, there was a ton of them. What does it say?
Kurt Loder, the MTV News.
Right, MTV News, all that stuff.
That was what, Martha Quinn era, I guess.
She's way
Nina,
back.
Nina, Nina Blackwood, Mark Goodman.
Yeah, I don't remember them as much.
Okay, all right.
Sorry.
But look, MTV was the 49th most watched U.S. cable network in 2025. 49. Guess who was 48? Comedy Central.
Really?
That kind of blows my mind. I watch a lot of Comedy Central.
And Comedy Central, as far as I know, is in no danger of going anywhere.
No.
Right? So,
I
so
mean-
MTV was right behind Comedy Central.
They say the flagship channel remains on air, continuing to lean on franchises like The Challenge, RuPaul's Drag Race in the UK, and in the UK they have Naked Dating UK, and Geordie Shore, apparently. Those are the big shows over there.
It's like Jersey Shore.
Gordy?
Right, that's like a term for those, like, I'm trying to describe it.
Swole tan dudes.
Yeah, the women all have giant, fake boobs, crazy makeup.
Okay, so the term's just Gordy.
Yeah.
Is that the town, like Jersey Shore?
I think it's the term for those kind of people.
Where we would call it like douchey shore, if that were the case.
Something, yeah.
Okay.
Right, because what's the other
Douche
one?
Island.
Yeah.
Like, what's the other terms they use? There's like chavs, and then like slags. But it's all about putting on a ton of makeup. And,
Slag does not sound attractive.
no, there's usually, yeah. Yeah. I'm sure it's an acronym that I clearly don't know.
Ooh, yeah, okay. I'll lay off of that then.
Our question, what makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Cheyenne. Welcome to the men's room.
Duval, gentlemen.
Hola. Hey, congratulations to your Jags, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's been a great year.
Yeah, they really went off.
Yes, they did. We're seeing the Trevor Lawrence we thought we were going to see 5 years ago. So,
Yeah, it only took 5
but
years.
as far as yes, it has. But as far as what made me feel old, so this past weekend I was at the bar and I've got a Slipknot tattoo on my forearm, and I was talking, I was having a conversation with a lady, and she was kind of tracing her finger or my tattoo with her finger, and she's like, "I see you like old metal," which definitely made me feel old.
Well,
Which is
okay.
not-
How long? Just Slipknot's been around, what, 25 years? Aren't they eligible for the Rock and Roll Hall of
27
Fame?
years.
27?
Yeah.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
But that makes me feel old because in my mind, it makes sense. And looking back, yes, they've certainly been around for that long, but it doesn't feel like it at all.
No.
No, not at all.
But you needed someone to mention that to you out loud. Like, ooh, look, man, I was on the light rail probably 2 or 3 months ago, and it is super crowded. It's packed, and there's a guy standing next to me, and he pulls out his phone, and he says, "Is this you?" And it's holding up a picture of the show, right? He went to the website, and I'm like, yeah. So we started talking. This guy's about 30 years old, okay? And he's like, yeah, I used to listen to your show like when I was in high school, but I ended up getting like this internship. I just could not turn you guys on. But my parents love your station because you play all the old music. And he wasn't being funny. And I'm like, I did not know we were doing that. It's like, oh, yeah, my parents, yeah. All the old stuff. I'm like, cool.
When was what the hell was it? What was that festival? That was like Woodstock something else, or was it 1999?
99. There was Woodstock 94 and Woodstock 99.
What was the one that Korn played where everybody went nuts?
With Limp Bizkit and all that? Yeah. That's got to be 99 or like 2000.
Okay, so think about that. Even bands like those.
99.
They're 27 years old.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just from that show alone.
Right. And you had to know who they were before that. So, yeah, probably in like 30 years.
Our question, what makes you feel old and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803.
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No. Anyway, Blue Apron.
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
Free rock.
From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Our question, what makes you feel old and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK. I've got one that I've been having a problem with for the next probably 2 years.
The porn tab that you pick now?
No, the fact that I cannot sleep through the night.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like
I
get up to pee?
No, I just get up like 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night. 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm like looking at my clock, going like, well, it's 4 o'clock. No point in getting up. I want to try to go back to sleep, but that seems like it takes an hour.
Is that an old person thing?
I don't know. It's just something that's happening. How's the CPAP world?
Great. I gave a good night of sleep last night, actually.
Did you?
Very happy.
There you go.
So
now, does that make you feel old?
Yeah, that you got a CPAP?
It does, but honestly, it's so much better. I don't care.
Okay, fair enough.
Is it is it one that goes over your nose and your mouth?
No, it's just got like 2 prongs.
All right.
So it's like it straps to the back of your head, but it's not a full mask, but the 2 just go up your nose. Kind of sit there.
So how does it hook up to your face?
Because it's still got a strap, right?
Oh, okay.
So the
all
2
right,
go in
gotcha.
there.
Gotcha. So you just wrap it around your head.
Yeah. Sometimes I just forget though, and when I first put it on, and I'll like breathe through my mouth, and it's like that's not how it works.
No.
Did you have you woken up when it was not in the right place?
Yeah. Sometimes if I roll, like the funny thing is I don't roll around nearly as much.
All right.
And then sometimes just the way you turn or whatever, it'll like come undone, but you can kind of tell.
That's what I remember. But I had a full face mask.
Correct. It sounds like people much prefer this newer version with the 2 prongs.
Think so, man.
Yeah.
Over the full face mask.
Not only that, man, but you have to take it with you on a plane and all these things. It's just like you're carrying around this box. You always get pulled aside with it. The old version, the one that I used to.
Correct. Like now, like I haven't taken it on a plane yet, but it's pretty easy to pack up and take to somebody's house.
Yeah.
How big is it? Like when you're done folding it up and all that kind of thing?
It fits in a little like briefcase, like that big.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
All right.
But I mean, I did it. What was I going to say? I spent the night at a friend's house, and I had other people with me, so they had the guest room, and then I just slept in the living room, and everybody kind of slept in longer than usual. I was like, they were like, it was so quiet out here. I was like, I know.
Well, CPAP.
Yeah, no snoring.
25, 30 years ago, I think the extent of my, health consciousness was to take a daily vitamin. Mm-hmm. So I take a daily vitamin.
Don't they kind of do nothing?
What? Well, I don't know. But I can tell you this. Now, I've got this box that has every day of the week on it. And I put all my pills in there.
That is an old person thing.
And I know for a fact that I've got like 7 pills that I take every single day. Mm-hmm. In 25 years, I've gone from 1 pill a day to 7-8 pills a day, 7 days a week. They're all organized in a thing. I pick them up by the day. It's just the most ridiculous. Even when I look at it and open it, I'm just thinking to myself, what happened? This is absolutely just ridiculous.
I would think that has to make you feel old because the only people I've seen, I mean, like there might be some kid who has a condition that's 45 letters long, right?
Yeah.
We get it because there's a condition. And my father was in town over Christmas, and there's nothing wrong with him. He's just in his 80s, right? That's the beginning and end of the whole thing. But the first thing he was looking for when they were kind of unpacking, I hear him yelling to my mom, "Where's the bag with my pills?" Like, that was the single most important thing. And then I went into the guest bathroom at one point, and it's up on the counter, and I realized same kind of thing. It is Sunday through Saturday, and each little thing has different colored pills.
I have one,
It's
too.
like, gee, how many things could possibly
Well,
be
my
going
dad's
wrong
got a
with you?
tackle box. Now, he's in his 70s. But, I mean, the amount of pills you see him put out on the counter, it's astonishing. So I'm wondering, is that the end of the road? Like when you're...
I mean, I think it depends on what your health was leading up to it, too. I think it's inevitable as you get older, you'll probably have some prescription.
I mean, I get that. I can't believe just the volume, the sheer number, like per day.
Well,
like,
these aren't even all
I
prescription
can't-
pills. I take a probiotic. Why? I don't know.
Right, some of
'Cause
them
they
are
say
vitamins.
for your gut health or whatever.
Sure.
I
So
just
take
can't get
one.
over how the old people, like my dad, man, he had so many he was on. And he would just throw them all in his hand. And
Yeah, all just one thing.
yeah. Well, I got to break them in half so I can swallow one.
That's because you got a teeny tiny throat.
I'm just like, how are these people doing this?
Yes. Our question: what makes you feel old, and what could you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803
I
Rock.
take my mom, right? She was in town. She's 81. You know, she's not doing just a couple issues, but like, she's always choking on food. She's been choking on foods for a year. Take these giant horse pills like it's nothing.
But you can take the pills.
She didn't choke this time.
Now.
Okay.
She got up one morning before. It's kind of like having like a child around a little bit. She has a little, early onset. I got up one morning and she's already like, I'm like, what are you eating? Well, I'm having a piece of candy. I said, well, you got to put your dentures in.
Oh, no.
But just habitually, she just got up and saw it and said, oh, just do it. And I'm just like,
So she's just gumming it?
yeah, but you can't gum a little Hershey miniature.
Oh,
I know.
I don't know why the idea of that just bugs me so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was waiting for it to melt.
I think it's tough to when you get older that you see how if your parents are and lucky enough your parents are still around, if you just see their condition and how they're doing. I mean, for the most part, my mom is very healthy. My dad, he's healthy, but it's just crazy because I know them being these younger people.
Yeah, healthier.
Yeah.
That's
So,
all.
when my uncle first met my daughter, he said, "Oh my God, she looks like your mom." But probably the last time my uncle has seen my mom was when she was 25 years old.
Okay.
So she sees my daughter, who's 25 years old, and looks at her and goes, "That looks exactly like your mom used to look." And I was like, that is the weirdest thing.
That's a little weird.
That was, and I've heard it from 4 or 5 people who knew my mom when she was that age. Like, you know how much your daughter Ava looks like your mother? And I'm like, I don't know how that happened.
But apparently she does.
But that's the weirdest thing ever. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803 Rock.
Mother, I was looking through the different people coming in with all the different pills people take, vitamins, heartburn pills, statins, et cetera, et cetera. Is this basically old person trail mix?
Okay,
Instead, like you said, there's like 9 different things in your hand, and the only other thing I can think of where you have completely different ingredients, but I still put it in my mouth at one time, is trail mix.
Okay. Do you take a vitamin D?
No.
See, I've been told you need to take a vitamin D here, like 2,000, whatever it is.
I know.
Because you're supposed to make you feel better. Does it make me feel better? I have no idea.
Why don't you stop taking it and see how you feel?
I take an omega-3 for my cholesterol. And I take another pill called Crustor or something like that. And that's supposed to hopefully thin my veins out so I don't have a heart attack.
Right. So I take a blood pressure pill, and then the main one, well, blood pressure pill is good because it keeps you alive. But
Sure.
That allopurinol, man.
What is that now?
That's a preventive pill for gout.
Oh, okay. Have you had gout since you started taking it?
I did have it once.
But did you earn it? Were you eating like
No, it was
seafood?
not fun at all.
Oh, really?
It was completely stress induced.
Okay.
It literally was during a month where I was like not drinking. There was no alcohol. There was no fun meal.
got
Just
gout
the amount
anyway.
of stress I was under with something else going on.
Right.
I was just like, how do I have gout? Because our old buddy VD was even like, I thought you weren't drinking this month or watch what you're eating. I was like, I was. I don't know how I got it. And he's like, you've been really stressed out. I was like, that's probably it. So you can still override it.
God.
But I mean, now, like I had crab cakes and steak for dinner one night last week.
Well, I feel like I'm entering the salad years, which I know you never will.
No.
But to me, it's just like, I got to eat a salad. Why is that?
Oh, here's another old man thing that I did this time. I went to a steakhouse to meet a friend for lunch, and I was like, you know what sounds good? Soup and a salad.
That's all you got?
Yep.
Dude,
So we went for lunch. I know.
It wasn't a girl, was it? Because you said you would never eat soup on a date.
No. It was a buddy.
All right.
But
what kind of soup was it?
Actually, it was a steelhead chowder. It's quite delicious.
Ooh, that sounds
And
great.
salad.
Yes.
I shouldn't look at you like that, but I don't know, man.
You went to a
Come on.
steakhouse and got soup and salad?
I did.
Especially because you volunteered. It's one thing if the doctor says, hey, eat soup and salad. You're going, fine. But to say, you know what sounds good? At a steakhouse, and you went with that.
Correct. Mm-hmm. That's the worst thing, is I was legit excited. And they brought the wrong soup. And I was like, it's the wrong soup. She was like, oh, all right. It was delicious.
Sure. I believe it.
I hate that I'm excited about it now.
Would you go back and order the same thing?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Old man.
What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Kurt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Orale, pendejos.
So, Kurt, what makes you feel old, or what can you not do anymore?
You guys make me feel old.
Cool. How so?
Well, it's complicated, but you guys are talking about things that make you feel old, and we're all getting older.
Well, yeah. But usually there's something like my first tip-off was when I looked at the Playboy Playmate and realized at that point she's like 10 years younger than me, right? So it's
also the fact that you can't even pick up a Playboy now.
Or the NFL draft where I say this kid, and I mean it now, this kid shows promise.
See, now that pisses me off.
What, NFL?
No, the fact that Playboy doesn't exist.
Oh, I know.
I mean, look, if there was one magazine, I swear to God, that I would, and you say, yes, of course, there are beautiful women in there. But I seriously used to read those things front to back.
I would too, but that's not why I bought them. The problem was people said, I buy it for the articles. I'm like, no, you do not. You buy them for the breast. It turns out there are some very good articles in there. Yeah.
Playboy Advisor was one of my favorite things to read.
Sure.
Every single time. I mean, that was almost the first thing I did when I got a Playboy, was read the Playboy Advisor.
They did have good articles, but I'm with Thrill.
Yeah. That's not why you bought it.
We're the draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
So did Kurt have a point with that?
I'm not sure.
Other than just bringing, I mean, look, if you're going to take the time to think about the things that make you feel old, you're going to feel older. It's inevitable.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no question about it. My kid would be like, my God, PlayStation 1 came out when? So, yes, he would feel old in that respect. If he has to hang out with the kindergartners at a school, yes, he's going to feel old. But we're saying in general, not us bringing it up. Just those little observations that you make during the day. If you're bitching about how loud the kids are down the street, I try not to. God, I try not to. But in my head, I'm like, they need to shut the F up. I get pissed if kids are just kind of walking through the yard. It's not that it's the end of the world. Yeah, it's just
I don't
like,
care about that.
Why come to the yard, man?
I care if adults are in my yard. You know, like I wake up and I'm like, hey, buddy, wake up. You got to go.
Well, yeah, it's a different scenario in Fremont for sure.
But, yeah. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
It's tougher in the summer because my building has a pool.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're, I don't know. I can't tell how old they are, but they're obviously either late teens or like early 20s.
Okay.
But man, they go out there on Sundays. And again, I don't really mind any other day of the week, but like in the summertime, the sun's out till whatever.
Sure.
So they're just loud. And it's loud till like 10 o'clock at night. Even I'm like,
have you said anything yet?
No. I refuse to.
But you want to.
But you won't go to the pool either, will you?
No, I've been to the pool.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay, just not when they're there.
Generally, no.
Okay.
I don't want to be the only
Well, it's weird. It's weird, man, because, I stayed at a hotel that had a pool, so I got into it.
Mm-hmm.
It's me and 10 kids.
Oh, yeah, always.
And there's not one other adult that is in the pool for any reason whatsoever. Now, if you look over to the hot tub, there are a couple of adults in the hot tub.
Sure.
But it was just me and a bunch of kids in the pool.
But I feel like adults line the pool, so they will be in chairs. They're just not in the water. The only people in the water are always the kids.
What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Wow, it's the worst one, and it's awesome. But McMinimans, right, up in Bothell, was that the Anderson School?
Think so.
So that's an old school that has a heated pool. So it's like enclosed, but there's still like weather, or like wind that comes through.
Yeah.
So it's super nice and everything. But I think if you live in that area, like if you live in that city, you're allowed to just go over there and swim.
Okay.
So me and my buddy were like, let's stay there for the night. But same thing. We went down, we got in that pool, and we're just sitting in like one corner of the pool. So I was like, we're the only two grown-ups in here. So
Yeah.
we sat in the pool for maybe 10 or 15, and they were like, let's go up to the tiki bar.
That's what happens.
Well, was it like Wild Waves or Great Wolf Lodge, whatever? My wife.
Well, you're going to expect that. You're going to expect mayhem.
Well, no, my wife and a friend, they took all the kids over there, and the kids are like, do you want to go? And I was like, absolutely not. Then my wife kind of pleaded, like, come on, man, just come with us. I'm like, no. And just because I'm an old man now, I'm not dealing with all those kids. Not my kids. I'm not worried about my kids. I'm not dealing with everyone else.
When my kids came back from that place, man, I opened up their luggage, and it smelled like someone just took Clorox bleach.
Oh, yeah.
And poured it all in the bag.
You know what? Because kids.
I mean, I almost had an ammonia reaction when I opened it up to do the laundry. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tony. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello. Hey,
Hola.
this is me.
Hey,
Hola.
Tony, how are you?
Hey.
Jesus, it's you.
I'm here.
Yes.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you, man.
Yeah, we got you, Tony. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, I've been listening to you guys since the beginning.
Well, thank you.
Okay, for all 20 years. Okay, you got me through a lot of stuff. Anyway, I don't really have a story, but I got some really good info for you guys.
All right.
Okay?
What do you got?
All right. What for Miles? It's the reason I'm 70. Okay, and I'm mountain bike, and I'm still just as healthy, and everything works perfectly on me. Okay, I'm 71. I'm 71 actually. Okay, so Miles, the reason you're waking up in the middle of the night is because you're dehydrated, and drinking 8 gallons of water a day is not called hydration.
8 gallons of water a day?
It doesn't matter or 8 glasses. I'm just saying.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't matter how much
That's a tall
water
order.
you drink.
All right.
You don't have to drink that much water, okay? It's the electrolytes, okay? And it's not the electrolytes like Gatorades and all these brand stuff, okay? It's you got to get a proper electrolyte mix that has them in the right ratios: magnesium, zinc, potassium, all that stuff. It's got to be in the right, correct ratios, or your body won't absorb them properly, okay?
Yeah, that's already a sign of getting old.
Well, part of my reason is because I take this pill called Crestor, so I'm not really supposed to
Crestor.
I'm not really supposed to have anything with metals in them. So, I should not be taking magnesium, zinc, any of these things.
Okay. See, the main reason is magnesium. That's the biggest one, the most important one. If you can't take magnesium, then you can't fix your problem. You're just stuck. And I call that reaching the tipping point, where you didn't take care of your body enough to where now we can't fix your body because you've already, like you said, you already got on these pills and stuff. It's like having a heart attack. Well, now you're never going to be able to run a marathon ever again, or mountain bike, or do something strenuous ever again.
Yeah,
that's
good. But here's the good. That is good news. Tony. I don't want to do a marathon or a half marathon.
But now you
You don't have to.
I'll do a 5K.
You still got to sleep right. You still want to get your sleep.
Oh no!
I mean, he's got a point. That besides the CPAP, I've added an electrolyte drink every morning.
Do you? Yeah.
You're not hydrated properly, and your body's waking you up in the middle of the night because that's when it heals itself, and it doesn't have the chemicals and the minerals and the vitamins and all those supplements for it to heal itself with. So it's waking you up and telling you, I need water and I need nutrition now.
Now, have you always been healthy, or is this something you discovered as you got older?
I have never, ever taken a prescription drug. I never get sick. I've never taken a sick leave. I've burned through my sick leave, yes, because I'd go on a beautiful day up here, like today. It's super nice and warm. I always took the day after New Year's Day off before coming back to work. I worked at Boeing, so we had those 2 weeks off like we do, the shutdown. And I'd always add that extra day. And I always add a sick day extra on the holidays, like July the 4th or Thanksgiving. I'll take off Monday, that following Monday off on sick leave. That's how I use my sick, or my birthday. I always called in sick on my birthday. You see what I mean? Yeah. I've never been sick. I don't catch colds. I didn't get COVID. I didn't do anything. Okay. I'm super healthy because I've always taken care of my body from young age. And guess what? At 71, I'm still totally 100% functional.
I know this is going to sound bad, but if you got hit by the bus on your bike, I would kind of laugh. I mean, I know how that sounds.
I don't ride on the streets. It's like I fell off a cliff out in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. But
see, a mountain lion's going to be like,
life.
that is a healthy human specimen right there.
Yeah, but you know what, though, you guys? Okay, number one is, oh, God, there's so much. Anyway, let's move on from that because it's like that. I want to tell you something, Hill. You know, what's the one thing you said a long time ago about, like Jimi Hendrix took All Along the Watchtower, and that was a Bob Dylan song.
Yeah.
And you said, there's a black man just took a white man's song and made it better. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Yes, that's true. But white guys have taken black men's music and made it way better by 1 billion to 1.
I believe it. Elvis Presley's entire career is based on that.
Yes. Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, no kidding, man. That's like, I know.
Rolling Stones.
Yes, early rock music.
Yes.
Who would have thought it?
Yes, that is the history of music.
And the thing about it, the darn state, you know what the darn shame of it is, dude? You know what the darn shame of that is?
What is the darn shame?
The darn shame is it's not black Americans that did it or white Americans that did it. It's the British people that did it.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is the darn shame of it all. That they took it and why did Americans do it?
I don't know. Yeah. This wasn't our scene at the time.
Brits.
I know. Darn Brits.
Golly. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance, too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
In the heat of battle, your squad relies on you. Don't let them down. Unlock elite gaming tech at Lenovo.com. Dominate every match with next-level speed, seamless streaming, and performance that won't quit. Push your gameplay beyond performance with Intel Core Ultra processors for the next era of gaming. Upgrade to smooth, high-quality streaming with Intel Wi-Fi 6E and maximize game performance with enhanced overclocking. Win the tech search. Power up at Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. I'm done with subscriptions. Streaming, fitness, razors, vitamins. I've got subscriptions for everything in my life. They lock you in, and half the time, I can't figure out how to unsubscribe. That's why I'm so excited about the new Blue Apron. Now you can get delicious meals delivered with no subscription needed, including new pre-made options. Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app, and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet, and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Our question, what makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Sean. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
How's it going, boys?
Doing great, Sean.
Hey, I was really hoping that I wasn't going to have to follow up that last guy because that sounded like a caller out of like Grand Theft Auto. I don't know if I can live up to his content.
Please don't.
But yeah, my music choice. You know, there's kids nowadays that they don't even know who Pantera is.
Well, I mean, 8 years ago. When did they stop?
Your Pantera?
Yeah.
Oh, Dimebag?
Well, it doesn't really. I mean,
Pantera. He died in 2004.
Okay. All right, so 21 years ago, right? Which, that's already crazy, right? Because to me, it does not seem that long. To me, it's not so much the music choice, right? It's that I know my kids are not necessarily going to like what I like. They like some of the stuff, not most of it. I get it. To me, it's when they bring up an artist, and I have absolutely no idea even who it is. I mean, at least when I was younger, I could say, you know what? I don't like this person, but I do know the music.
That's another thing, too. Even, you know, a lot of these kids nowadays, they listen to rap, obviously. I think rap is one of, like, the top genres nowadays.
Country and rap pretty much on it, yeah.
Who the hell are these guys?
You don't listen to Pooh Shiesty? He just got out of jail.
Bring up a little this, a little that, and like...
There's a lot of lils.
Like,
There is.
And it's just like, I don't even know what you guys are talking about. And I'm only 34.
Well, you know what?
That's about the age where you kind of disassociate with whatever's getting. You have to be like Taylor Swift popular or Chappell Roan popular. Then I go, yes, I am aware of who those people are because you cannot escape them. But assuming you stay within your genre, so to speak, I have no freaking idea who you are. Look, there's a lot of new rock bands. I couldn't even tell you who they are. You know, someone will say the name like never heard of them. They're like, dude, they're the biggest current rock band.
I like
that
Dua
there
Lipa.
is.
She's probably been around a decade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Time just goes by.
But
fast.
then I feel like I bring up names like that, and it's like my kids look at me like, what?
Oh, how old are your
What are you
kids?
talking about? And I'm like, haven't these people been popular for at least like 5 years? And they're like, no.
Like to you?
And it's just, I guess. I don't. Like I said, call me classic, I guess. But like, you know, even I bring these people up to my kids, and I think that they're into these artists and listen to this type of music, and they're just looking at me like, oh no, that was in like 2024, and I'm like, are we moving on?
Yes, you are.
Quickly nowadays?
Yeah. That's the generation you're in.
I mean, were we different though? We would stick with artists.
But we're always
would stick with artists, all right? So you can say, like, I like Metallica. Cool. But when Injustice for All came out, you were kind of done with Master of Puppets.
Well,
just because it was the album before. It doesn't mean you stop listening to it, but like, you always just kind of move with where your band
and when you're a kid.
And then your band stops putting out albums, and that's when you're officially
You always
old,
want to be
in my
the
opinion.
first person out of your friend group to discover something.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know
Sure.
why that is, but it is. Like, if you check this out, oh, man, you know what you're missing. Like that.
Because it feels good to introduce something
and
you know your
everybody
friends will
had
like.
their own band that they kind of stuck with. That
Sure.
maybe not the most popular, but pretty good band. But either way, not like, the biggest band in the world. But you still kind of stuck within that genre. And for you, it was like Faith No More.
Yeah, love Faith
So
No
you
More.
like Faith No More. I like Fishbone at the time. All these little bands that really didn't exactly get huge.
But then sometimes you don't expect a band to get huge because they're so off the wall. The Chili Peppers, to me, would be the best example. You listen to the first couple albums, you would not know it's the same band, other than the fact that Anthony Kiedis still has no range when he sings. But generally speaking, that
means they can go on forever.
But they went everywhere. They did whatever they wanted to do. And then when Under the Bridge came out, they figured out, hey, if we want to make money, let's kind of stick in this thing. And look, credit to them. They're still around, but like my memories of discovering Red Hot Chili Peppers was Uplift Mofo Party Plan. I think it was their second album, and like it's nothing.
Well,
like
I saw
what
him
they do now.
at CenturyLink, I think.
All right.
I was telling my buddy, I was like, yeah, I saw these guys in an Italian restaurant in Morgantown where I grew up. Now, this was the thing about this place. It was also a wedding venue, okay? So they had like a riser stage for where you would stand, where the minister would stand.
Yeah.
Where the best men and all those people would be up there. But they had like that lattice thing in the back.
Yeah.
The little thing that you walk under.
Yeah.
And fake plants. Like big, like fake, like palm trees on the side. So that kind of had that. It was AstroTurf on the top.
And they played on that.
They played on that.
Yeah.
And just thinking about that back, because it looks like you're going to get married there.
Sure.
And it's like, it's a gaudy Italian restaurant with like columns and all this crap,
Yeah.
It's kind of like vetoes.
But you never predicted. The first time I saw them, they were supposed to play at a club in Baltimore. It did not. It was supposed to be their grand opening night. It did not pass fire code, so they moved the show like 3 blocks away, but the same general area. But I remember watching these guys. They're lugging their crap down the street, and you weren't like super excited. You're kind of like, oh man, there's the band. And again, this is Flea, this is Keith. All these guys are icons now, but you just saw them and they're dragging their crap down because they found out when we did that the show changed venues. Starts like 2 hours late. Little teeny tiny stage, it was not as ugly as what you're describing, but a small ass stage. They did their thing. I'm like, that was really cool. If you would ask me if they were going to be one of the biggest bands in the world, 30 years on, I'd be like, no. People don't like this. I like this, but apparently what I like is weird. And guess what? They're huge.
It's also like sometimes bands or singers or rappers just have a couple really big songs, and you think they're going places. Like I always talk about, right? With
Guns N' Roses.
What?
They're going to be around forever.
For me, it was Kanye, right? Like, I saw him at a concert at the 930 Club in D.C. He was not even the headliner. But, like, when you saw him perform and he, like, was going through all the songs he had produced, you're like, oh, this guy might be something. Now, to this day, everybody knows Kanye West, obviously.
For various reasons.
Right, but his music those first 3 albums, to me, are great albums. They stand the test of time. And he became a massive artist.
I met Joe Camel in the parking lot of Madame Mall.
That's right.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Yeah. Hard Knock Life, I think, was the album he came out.
Oh, what a terrible.
It is wild, man.
It's just,
yeah.
And he invited you in.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. He's like, my buddy was with me. He's like, hey, man, you guys here to see Jay-Z? My buddy's like, hey, Jay-Z here? He's here? Then he steps out of the limo. And he's like, wow. And he gets all excited.
Did you know who he was at the time?
Hell no. And he's like, oh, come on, man. I can do a record signing. It was at Records 2.
Record and tape traders?
No, Records 2. It was basically it was a mixtape store.
Yeah.
In Madonna Mall. And there was a line. It was down the frickin' down the corridor of the mall. And we walked in. He's like, no, you guys come in with me. And so they raise up the metal grate thing, you know what I mean? And let us all in. And I hear one guy in line go, white dude, see that guy? He's the manager.
Yeah.
I turn around like, I'm not the manager.
Yeah, right.
I don't know
this man is.
I don't know anybody here. Just let my ass in. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hey, look, let's be honest. Even given coming off our Christmas show, like when we first met Shinedown, you knew that he could sing.
Yeah, but you didn't know
I didn't know they'd be that massive.
No, not at all, man. Look at him now. Yeah. Hello, Jeremy. Welcome to the men's room.
How are we doing, fellas?
Oh, yeah. Doing great, man.
So recently I had to vet new recruits into my a motorcycle association that I'm in. And part of it is asking, certain questions and whatnot, and getting to their age. I vetted this kid who's 21 years old, and I wanted to cry.
Which is just based on his age?
Yeah. Because, my youngest kid is 23.
Oh, damn. So that'll do it.
I've gotten to that point where it's like, gross.
Is that typical? I mean, what was a typical age for somebody to join?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on the association or the club that they're joining. Okay. But my club is veterans and military.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
It's open to all ages. So, a lot of these guys, some of these guys are active duty, and we have a lot of mostly veterans, but we got a bunch of active duty, and they're a bunch of young kids. And
how old were you when you joined?
A year ago.
Oh, so, just 1 year ago.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a motorcycle requirement, so to speak, as far as CCs, brand of bike? Is there
or
one
like brand?
You're like, no, man, you can't get in here with that thing.
Yeah, we can. It's on our webpage.
What's that?
No. Miles is asking, like, do you guys have requirements? Like, it's got to be this kind of bike or so many CCs or...
You can't be riding with us on your, like, my Zuma, my 125, my Yamaha. You don't want me riding with you, right?
Not really, no.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Is it because it's embarrassing? Does it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Would it take you guys, you're cruising down the street, you're looking cool, we're on the highway now, I got my family, I'm in a minivan, but my kids are in the back like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen, Dad, and you guys are roaring by, and then there's Miles on his 125cc. Does it just make the rest of you look bad?
What if I'm a black belt? You know what I mean? I was a Navy SEAL, but I got a Yamaha 125 Zoom. I'm a badass. I'm a killing machine. There's nobody who can take me out. But
no, it's not about the actual type of the brand. It's not Harley only or anything like that. We allow like metric bikes and whatever. We've got a guy with a Goldwing. We call him like the the Tesla bike type of deal.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what do you ride?
But the CC requirement is 600 or more because we would like you guys to keep up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. No, you wouldn't. See, here's the other side of that, right? Because now you got Miles on his 125.
I'll just draft him behind.
The best thing you've got is that you can leave his ass behind. See? You're not thinking this through. Like, you want to leave him behind at that point. Like, guys, all right, let's rev it
Yeah,
up.
but I'm wearing my jacket everywhere.
I mean, if he wants, he can join a scooter crew.
Well, they're out there.
They are soldiers of destiny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
All right. I just didn't know. You never know.
How far did the Soldiers of Destiny, did they go across the country? Is that what they did? It was a couple years ago?
So a few of them did it right. That's, what is that, like a cannonball run or whatever?
All right.
So they started in Jacksonville and rode their scooters. So you can't take highways.
Right.
So you basically just have to take back roads and stuff. And they went from Jacksonville all the way to Mukilteo.
Damn.
So was that similar to the actual is that the cannonball
for scooters?
It is.
For scooters,
correct.
sure.
Because that movie came out when we were younger.
I'm telling you, as a brother, back roads don't appeal to me. Like, you want to stick to the highway, man, depending where you're at.
And how long did it take him?
I think it was 2 weeks.
That's not bad.
That's not terrible. All things
but I mean,
considered.
like, there's stuff they had to do that I didn't even think about, right? Like, they had to wear, like quarterbacks, you got to wear like that rib protector and stuff.
Yeah.
Just because they're on those things for so long, and it kind of rattles enough that it'll shake up your insides and everything.
No
Jeez,
way.
man.
So you got to wear a flap jacket?
Yeah, basically, yeah. And then that's what they were like. Georgia's the worst state ever.
Why? What was it? Why?
Well, because like most people you think of Atlanta, but outside of Atlanta, Georgia is rural and hot. And they just they started out, and after like days 2 and 3, they were all completely sunburned. They were like, it was miserable.
Yeah, and they're coming from Jacksonville, right? So they're right at the border.
And to be honest with you, Mississippi and Alabama are almost just decoys of those. So if you were to come that way, I mean, they're just long.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
You're in the middle of nowhere. Our question, what makes you feel old and what could you not do anymore that you used to? Half a century ago, couch potato was a brand new term. So these are words that you use all the time that just turned 50 years old.
So I wondered if couch potatoes, you think 50 years ago, all right, that's when television really, really got going. Yeah. Kind of as we know television to be now as far as the networks go.
Right, so we're talking like, what, mid-70s?
Right, so it kind of makes sense that couch potato, because that's the first time, like people used to sit there and stare at the radio, but they would still get up and do other things because you're listening, right? You can do other things. And then TV came out, and the big controversy was, man, you're just going to have people just plant their ass in front of a television set and do nothing, which proved to be true, but I'm guessing that's why couch potato became the term then.
They say his mental floss reports 1976 appears to have been a surprisingly fertile year for the English language.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
With terms emerging that now feel utterly ordinary. They round up 20 words and expressions that are turning 50 this year, with Reader's Digest and Slacker flagging some other now popular words as well. So here are 15 that stood out. The first one, 800-pound gorilla.
I hear it on occasion. I don't hear it much anymore.
Well, I don't either. And what was how would you use that?
You're in a situation you don't want to be in, but there's not much you can do about it. So the boss, we know the boss is going to be mad at us. We don't necessarily know what it's going to be about. The boss at that point is the 800-pound gorilla in the room. The idea being that an 800-pound gorilla can do whatever the F it wants.
And you might get the ramifications of that.
But you don't feel that it's going to be positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Correct. You know it's in there.
Yeah.
This is a word I don't use very often, athleisure.
I don't use it because that's a pretentious, stupid word, but I know what it is, and I would not think that it's 50 years old.
Either way, I didn't hear that word till, man, I want to say like 10 or 12 years ago.
Did sweatsuits start becoming big? Maybe in the...
Is that what that means? It's apparel?
It is apparel, right? So if you're wearing like a nice tracksuit.
So like this, what I wear?
Yeah.
Athleisure.
It could be casual. You can wear it at work. That would be athleisure.
Correct, especially nowadays, right? Because there's sweatpants that are tapered and everything. So I know
Lululemon considered athleisure?
That would be athleisure.
Okay.
Like I know 2 girls that work for a brand for Nordstrom. That's all they make, and I
athleisure.
Never, yeah, and I never heard that term until they explained it to me. I was like, oh, yeah,
okay. Body piercing. How is that just 50 years old?
I guess.
Does that mean no one else? No one got a nose ring or a belly button?
I would think before that there was probably mostly
a piercing or something.
A piercing and body stuff was generally like certain areas.
Yeah,
right. Like certain, I don't know.
It wasn't mainstream.
Was it? Thank you.
So somebody probably opened a tattoo studio, offered that service, and had to come up with the term to explain to people what else they do.
Other words, it just turned 50. Crunch time.
Okay.
That can be used in a lot of different ways. Work, sports.
You think it came from sports? I'm guessing it came from sports.
It definitely sounds like something that John Madden would say.
That's what I'm thinking. I just picture right. Some broadcast.
Crunch time for the Broncos. Digital camera. Something that everyone used to have. No one has anymore.
Did they come out 50 years ago?
Yes.
Jesus.
Well, just as far as like the little pocket ones. You know, the ones that you could just carry around that didn't require all the gear and the lenses and all those things.
But in 1976, I mean, I was alive. Everyone I knew still used film. I remember those, but I feel like that was years later. Maybe I'm wrong.
It took a little while to transfer from, just original film. But exit poll, another 50-year-old word.
Well, that makes sense. In 1976, you had a presidential election. Television covered it different.
French press.
Oh, for making your coffee?
Yeah, but how could that? Does that mean that the actual French press is 50 years old, or
maybe
they
that's just when people started buying them and using them over here?
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
I think probably in France they're like, we call it our coffee maker.
Words that just turned 50. Idiot proof.
I really want to know the inspiration behind that. Well, that means I'm thinking someone's at work, right? And everyone has that one employee that you don't believe is competent to accomplish anything. Someone's trying to convince the rest of the coworkers, like, I'm telling you, man, even Eddie could do it. Come on, boss. Eddie's a freaking, I'm telling you, this is idiot proof. And I'm telling you, a name followed that. Even Eddie could do it.
That's another thing, is that the problem is that idiot proof wasn't exactly true either. I found a lot of the time if something was idiot proof, you found the idiots that disproved it.
They fought through.
Yeah.
They persevered.
With their idiocy. Meme, 50 years old.
What was a meme 50 years ago? That's really cool. I mean, I know what it is now, right? But it's all social content. It's digital.
I mean, would Uncle Sam Wants You, would that be a meme of some kind? Like, I get it was
maybe.
It was a recruitment thing, but
it's like the crying Native American, when somebody litters.
If you had a poster, though, because a meme is stationary, generally.
By the way, the guy was Italian.
I know.
He was, seriously. Skeevy.
Oh,
I haven't heard Skeevy in a while.
Your littering is making me sad. How?
Skill set, trail mix, wannabe, and wuss.
Wuss?
Wuss. Wuss is 50 years old.
Oh, that's wuss.
50-year-old wuss right there.
The Italian guy.
Oh. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
So here's the thing with homemade meals. Eating them is great, but all the chopping and measuring and cleanup, not so much. With new one-pan assemble and bake meals from Blue Apron, you get all the flavor of homemade meals with a fraction of the work. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients, bake in the oven, and enjoy. Shop Assemble and Bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app, and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet, and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com. Ding dong. We've done your homework.
This is the mighty 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle. Always live on the free Odyssey app. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK from the Pinky's Plumbing Studio. You're in the men's room.
Live night, Yalty and Naughty, Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel, Friday night, February the 13th. Tickets on sale now, KISW.com. I know what you're thinking. You guys do a live show every day. And to some extent we do.
Well, yeah.
But our support, as far as everything else that goes on.
Sound effect.
Yeah.
Sound effect.
That's all from a computer.
I actually slapped Ted.
Music we play from a computer. All the commercials come out of a computer.
They're pre-recorded.
Yeah. Every single thing that you hear, other than when we are on the air, there's some other element involved.
The music playing in the background right now.
Yeah.
It's pre-recorded.
Right. The sound effects that you're hitting off that little box you got there. All right. On live night, They've got what they call a Foley artist.
I actually just shot Ted, yeah.
Yes. A Foley artist is someone who creates sound with different various things. Could be anything from a saw blade that's being wiggled to
that was
chimes.
typically what Thunder, I believe they did the saw blade to do Thunder.
Yeah.
The crazy thing about a Foley, put it this way, if you watch something old like Looney Tunes, right? You watch Bugs Bunny and there's all these sound effects. Typically, that was Foley art.
They created all
human beings that just had a table full of random crap. I mean, like you said, a saw blade, a slinky, a hammer with a rubber balloon, and for whatever reason, they could kind of create the sounds that you're looking for.
I was watching a Star Wars documentary. It's just some of the crazy stuff that you're like, that is the sound.
Oh, yeah.
That came out of Chewie, or whatever the deal was. Like, how they try to replicate this. Foley artists to be on stage.
Have you ever
doing all
seen
this
Chewie,
stuff?
by the way, before they put the sound effect in?
No.
He actually says his lines to Han Solo.
Oh, really?
He doesn't do it in his
So, like
regular...
David Prowse would do the same thing instead of
David Prowse spoke like
Jones.
this, even though he's playing Darth Vader, which always cracks me up. So, Luke, I'm your father.
Right.
Spoiler alert. And then they would dub him over with someone that sounded serious. But the guy that played Chewie, you know, whatever he was supposedly saying to Han Solo, I just saw this one clip, and I can't get it out of my head. It says at one point, Chewie's asking Han Solo, where are you going? So in the movie, it says... And Han says, like, I'll be back in 10 minutes or something like that. When they show the unedited clip, guy's dressed like Chewie, and he looks at him, same scene, but you hear him say, where are you going? Like that. And I'm like, God, that's weird.
Daily Mix Show is totally live. We are totally live as well. And as we said, not only the sound effects, but all the commercials. Those all involve live reads. This is how radio used to be done.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, back in the day. And a challenge to the band as yacht rock, although people consider it, a token genre, so to speak, of just cheesiness. Those are hard songs to play. And
they were great musicians.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you find out.
Yeah. All the voices you hear, all the sound effects, all the laughs, you'll be a part of the show. So hopefully you can join us. Live night, Yachty and Naughty at the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. With the addition of the hotel, keep in mind that's a Friday night. You can go up there and
be smart
and hang out and have a good time with us. So hopefully we'll see you up there. KISW.
I'm debating it, man. I keep going back and forth.
Getting a hotel room?
Getting a hotel room. Because I'm like, if I get the hotel room, right, you wake up, it's Valentine's Day, me and my wife, you kind of wake up into it, and,
I get it
I'm
now.
just saying a good morning hookup.
Yeah, absolutely. Those tickets are on sale now, KISW.com. All right, question, what makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to do? 206-803-ROCK.
You know what I used to do that I can't do anymore? So I used to be a big jaywalker, right? I wouldn't try to cut off traffic, but you just jog across the street if you knew the car was far enough away. The way my ankles are now, I'm like, I will wait.
Is it just
it sucks,
is it pain?
Yeah. You know what I mean? It used to be you just sprint across the street. No big deal, right? It took 5 seconds. Problem solved. Now I'm like, my right ankle kind of hurts, man.
Well,
I don't know.
The idea of really having to run. And I'm saying, like, in the event...
I will miss the bus. I will miss the plane.
Something bad happened, and you needed to run. That's going to suck.
The last time I ran...
I could slowly jog into it.
I could jog.
Yeah. But
the
if
last
you really
time I
needed to
ran,
run,
I had to get off. I had gotten a very desperate text from my daughter. It just said, help. My wife and I are in the car on I-5. We're headed home, but we're still, 10 minutes away. So we're calling her, we're texting her because it just says help. It is your kid. It's probably like 6 years ago now, right? So she'd have been, about 9 years old. I'm freaking the F out. We get to our exit, but the way they're doing construction, we had to go around the block, blah, blah, blah. I jumped out there and sprinted home. And look, I'm in no condition to sprint as far as I did, but when it's your kid, amazing things happen, all right? I go running in the house. I scream for her. She's like, oh, hi, Dad. I'm like, what the F, man? You sent me this thing that said help. She's like, oh, I needed help opening the Oreos.
Oh, my God.
I almost beat her to death there. She's looking at me because I'm like hyperventilating. 1, out of panic. 2, I'm out of breath. Then I can feel my muscles tightening up. But because I was desperate and I thought I had to save my child from some atrocity that I was not aware of, I ran much farther than I would ever run for any other reason. And I got there. And again, I explained to her, maybe don't text help. Yeah. Just that single
And if you
word.
see
Open Oreos. And also, give me a follow-up text like, hey, I'm fine, man. And by the way, she managed to get the Oreos open. When I got home, she was actively eating
Well,
Oreos.
when you see someone running for absolutely no reason, you can tell when someone is exercising. It's a different when someone is running at a sprint for no reason.
I was running full tilt, and I could see people looking at me. It was rush hour
What's
time.
going on? So what is going? Who is he running from, or where is he running to?
I think they're waiting to see if police were in pursuit. They weren't, right? So obviously it's an emergency. But I mean, I hauled ass, man.
What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
You're right, though. Like if you're just on a city street and all of a sudden you see 5 people sprinting by you,
sprinting,
yeah, I'd be like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, I'm going to hang out here.
You assume they're up to no good
because you're just going to end up going like, "They went that way."
Yeah, you're kind of waiting for the cops.
Or there's something bad behind them.
Yeah,
yeah, but it depends how many people are running. Like if we went down to the street now, we're downtown. If the 4 of us, if we came running around the corner at a full sprint and kept looking behind us, what percent of people on the street do you think would just follow suit?
Matter of fact,
right? If we keep looking behind us like something bad,
yeah,
just scream, run. I wonder how many people end up running with it. Yeah, we're just messing with
I'm trying to think the last time that I actually really sprinted. And I'm telling you, it's probably...
It had to be an emergency.
No, it was probably when I was playing football. Because you had to run a 40.
How long ago was that?
That was...
I mean, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
God, you sprinted when we played foul balls. That was.
Well, not really. I mean, I'm not giving it 100%. Right. You know what I'm saying? I might be swinging as hard as I can.
But the running part's
But the running part's like, well, if I'm out, I'm out. No big deal, Because I remember, man, it was a pop fly, and I took a step back, and I realized I had to run forward. And so I started to sprint. Next thing I know, pretty sure I just pulled
quads.
I just pulled a hammy or something. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
How you doing?
Hola.
Hey. How's everything going, guys?
We're doing good, Steve. How are you?
Pretty good. Stephen Lucas from Lake City.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
What makes you feel old?
Well, concerts. The price of them. But what we used to do is we would just walk right in or sneak in.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, when you're young.
Tell you one of them, or
well, sure.
I'm gonna tell you some of them.
We'll start with one. We'll see where we go.
All right. Well, Rush came to town. I had the Coliseum back then, and I had tickets with a friend of mine. We're standing in line. My little brother, with a half a case of beer, and his buddies ran right up to the glass, right up to the doors there, pounded on it. Someone opened it up, and they walked in. And I was like, wow. When I got in, I walked through all the people, and I saw my little brother up there drinking beer. And I walked up to him, and he goes, "You got to have a beer." And I said, "Why?" "Because everybody around me is trying to get one of them." And I went, "Okay." So I sat up there and drank beers with them and enjoyed the concert.
Yeah, those are different times. That's one of the reasons why things have changed now.
What do you mean?
Well, if you wanted to get into a show or you wanted to get into a sporting event, you had a ticket stub. And it used to be that you could enter and leave. If you
just have the stub in your hand.
So,
right.
You go in there with 4 guys. You get their stubs. You go outside. You smoke a cigarette. Do whatever you do. You got 3 more buddies there. You hand them their stubs. And you go in and you guys got to find your own seat.
Sure, but you can get them in the door.
But you can get them in the door. What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
And as far as the cost of concert tickets, look, my kids are young. They even know that they're ridiculously priced. That doesn't make me feel old. In that sense, it makes me feel fortunate. Like, look, at the time, they were priced about right. I want to say the first concert I went to.
Well, the last 5 years, things have gotten out of hand.
They have gotten out of hand. The thing I do miss are ticket stubs. Right? I got one of those big boxes of souvenirs and stuff. And my kid, he was digging through it. And most of it's like old press passes and all kind of crap from radio. And but he found a few concert ticket stubs. He legitimately did not know what they were. He's holding it up. He's like, "Dad, what is this?" It says like Metallica. I'm like, it's a concert ticket. He's like, "What?" I'm like, no. They physically, like in his mind, that is insane. He's
but
like,
we still call those things tickets. And it's still called Ticketmaster. Even though you don't get a ticket anymore.
Correct.
I mean, it's kind of like Dunkin'. They're not Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
Right.
But they still call it a ticket. I'll get a couple tickets to the games one.
Like, no, you don't.
Yeah. No, you don't.
I mean, I heard if you go to Will
digital
Call,
ticket.
It is a digital ticket.
But that's not a ticket.
Yeah, the ticket.
It's like saying I got an app on my phone.
If nothing else, man, the ticket stub was like your souvenir. If you can't
Right.
afford the price of
I mean, it is,
T-shirts
but the
and
ticket
all
is
that.
what gets you in.
Yeah.
So it still is a ticket.
Yeah.
But
the last real tickets I've gotten.
Drink ticket?
No, like I did a stage announcement for Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
So I had to go to Will Call, and they were like, here, we just physically have to give you tickets. I was like, okay.
Cool.
And then, what was I going to say? When I went to see Shane Gillis, because my buddy got us like backstage passes, and we had to go to Will Call. But those are the only times I've gotten a real ticket.
Well, the last
You know
time,
what's
last
amazing?
one I got probably Super Bowl.
Yep, still have that one.
And that was like going into a bank vault to get those damn things because they are so expensive. You know, like I mean, it's.
Do you remember how
crazy the security was just to get the ticket?
Yes, I do.
It was insane. I mean,
the NFL doesn't F around with that, man. I mean, the NFL wants its money. If you go to the Super Bowl, do they still give you a ticket, or is it? Because look, man, the Super Bowl it's a once a year annual thing.
But you need that ticket if you go to a Super Bowl because you need that as a souvenir.
But that's what I mean. Like, I don't want the app for it. Like, look, obviously I want to get into the game, but a Super Bowl ticket, just the stub, and even those tickets were printed different. Where they tore it, it still didn't look perforated. What they hand you back, basically, it looks like a certificate to prove, right, that you're at the game. And my son found that mind blowing, and I said, when the Ravens go back, he'll probably have to pay for it with the job he's working, and I'll be retired by then. But still, I'm like, yeah, man, but I'm wondering, have they jumped the shark too? Like, the airlines. Everything's on the app. And look, it's convenient, and I get it. And that's just a commodity. I want to get from one place to the other. But stuff like the Super Bowl concerts, like, these are things we do actually want to remember.
I've actually got, from the 20 years we've been here, I have a folder back there in the office. It's got actual tickets that I've purchased or gotten through the radio station to various events. I'm going to whip that thing out after the break.
You should. I mean, seriously, it's cool.
Because
man.
you just see, like, oh, yeah, I totally forgot I was there. There's a lot of those things.
I was going to say, the only thing that does not seem to have gone to app, as far as the ticket kind of world, is if you were backstage. If you don't have a lanyard and your little glossy thing hanging, hey, there's no app in the world they'll let your ass in.
What makes you feel old, and what can you not do anymore that you used to? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So the thing that makes me feel old is the fact that the Buffalo Bills played likely their last game at Highmark Stadium, which was formerly known as the Ralph. So I went there for my 21st birthday almost 20 years ago, and I went there this year for my 40th.
And aren't they building a new stadium?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that in the works?
It's almost done. It's supposed to be done by the beginning of next season, correct?
Correct, yeah. It was basically looked like it was done on the outside when I was there this year. Had a little bit of a fire a couple weeks ago, but thankfully they put it out. So
what, the new stadium did? The new stadium had a
Yeah.
fire. Jesus.
Yeah.
Is it a dome?
No.
Nope. Just the seats are covered, and it's the world's largest snow melt system in the world to get the snow off what covers the state, the seats.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, you know,
I think
man,
people were still like, it's Buffalo.
Keep the home field advantage.
I know at one point, they were kicking around the idea of a dome. But basically, the Bills Mafia was like, no. Part of what we do is take pride in this, and obviously it helps the Bills at this point in the season. The thing I would say, never get too attached to a stadium. That is one thing. Like, look, man, you got the billionaire. If they want a new stadium, they're going to get a new stadium. I mean, it was in Atlanta, right?
They've got 9 different stadiums.
They opened whatever they opened, and maybe, 20 years later? They got rid of it and replaced it with wherever they're playing now. But I'm like, dude, that's 3 stadiums that you have built for one team since I've been alive. And that blows my mind.
Yeah, and they were there for 52, 53 seasons at the Ralph.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. But part of that, if you go to a city that doesn't have a lot of money, when you do, like Buffalo or Cleveland, when you do get a new stadium, that's going to be there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's Atlanta.
And maybe time to retire that stadium, just based on the history.
It was old. It was very old. I didn't see them this time, but they used to have circular urinals. So you just pee in a trough that you're looking eye to eye to the guy across from you.
Across from you.
They still have them at the University of Maryland.
Really?
What? Yes. It's like a wall of troughs, but then I still have some of those old school circular ones.
So it's a 360.
Yeah, you never peed. God.
No. I've never looked at another man in the eye while I urinated.
But you're supposed to just look down, but then you're looking at penises, and it's very tough.
360 urinal?
You never seen those?
No.
Oh, God, it's tough.
Yeah. Especially a place like that. I mean, there's hundreds of people waiting to get in there. I got to see what this looks like.
I don't even think they exist.
Yeah, we can't even get a picture of it.
No. I have no idea what that
How
is.
big is it? I mean, is it like the size of a hula hoop or is it massive?
I mean, it's pretty massive.
Is that still Bird Stadium?
Yeah, I'm sure it's something field at Bird Stadium or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean they're crazy. I remember it as a kid, as I was just like, I can't pee with everybody staring at me.
That's a little weird, man.
Huh? Still can't find a picture of it.
I'll find you one.
Probably you don't
Okay.
need to see that.
Yeah.
Hello. Oh crap! Hang on. Damn it.
Why does every recipe I try need 18 ingredients, including a jar of something paste I'll never use again, but will sit in my fridge for 9 months? I just want dinner in the oven, fast. That's why I love Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals. They send you fresh ingredients that are already chopped. All you do is put it all together and bake. That's it. No chopping, no weird leftovers, just delicious, easy-to-make meals. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Just got a new puppy or kitten. Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Fall's a time to plan ahead and ensure your brand shows up in ways that matter. 4imprint's promotional products work as hard as you do and make a lasting impression. From quality apparel, including exclusive brands, to drinkware, tech, and totes, they've got thousands of options to fit your brand and budget. Plus, you get free samples, expert help, and their 360-degree guarantee. So you'll be 4imprint certain everything shows up just right, right on time. Explore more at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Hello, Rebus. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, boys.
Hola.
So, I am 1 year older than both you and Miles and Thrill. So, I'm 57. I think you guys are both 56, right?
Yep.
And I just got out of the hospital. I had 2 stents put in my heart. I've talked to you guys before about how I had a heart attack 5 years ago and had to have a stent put in. And so that's 3 total now. And today is the first time I've actually walked out of my house since I got out a few days ago. And I had to go to a medical appointment. I'm down here in Federal Way. I had to use a walker. I'm 57 years old. And I had to use a walker to get in and out of the building because otherwise I can't stand up.
Is that because your legs are weak or your balance?
Yeah, they're ridiculously weak. When I ended up going into the hospital, I was sitting on the edge of my bed trying to get off the edge, and I had a walker that I was going to use just to go out and have some breakfast out in the rec room. And I ended up doing this slow fall down to the floor, and I couldn't move. I had to just lay there for 20 minutes until 911 came and picked me up. But I was just pretty much paralyzed on the floor.
Now, do you notice when you're on the walker, is there a different look, a different vibe, or do people treat you differently at all?
This is my first time getting out of the house. So, I mean, not really. I mean, I was in, the medical facility when I got down here.
Not
So
unusual to have a
really
walker
notice
walking in a
anything.
hospital, I guess.
Yeah, but you need to go to Denny's or something, and just
I'm considerably younger than most of the people that are using the walkers. There was one old lady as I was coming out where she looked like she was in her 90s, and the two of us just gave a smile and a nod to each other as we were going by.
So is this like the Jeep thing, or guys on motorcycles will put 2 fingers out? Is there like a walker wave?
That must be it, yeah. But I tried going out to my car on Thursday and Friday, and I was using a cane that my dad has, and my dad is also using a walker right now. He just had to have a toe amputated last month,
Jesus.
I was almost out to my car, and my legs started getting all wobbly, and I ended up getting out to the car. I was just going out to try and find a bag that had my meds in it, and apparently I had lost weight while I was in the bathroom or in the hospital, because as I was standing there, my shorts fall off.
All right.
I'm standing out there next to my car, and I'm trying to bend over and get them because I'd just gotten out of the hospital, so I'm going commando at that point. And I look through the back window, and some jogger lady is running up the street, and she was almost to me before I could get my shorts back up and get them cinched up tight. And then, you know, I somehow got back in the house, and my dad was just laughing his ass off at me. And then the day after that, I went back out there just to grab a bag of cereal, and I got the same cane, and it snaps in half.
The
and
cane?
I almost go to the ground. Yeah, this wooden cane. It turns out that it came from one of my nephews who had broken it and re-super glued it. And so that's where the weak part was, you know, so it could have killed my dad or me.
Jesus Christ.
So I had to go get some of those walking poles of my mom's and go walking back out the door to get back out to the car, and I ended up rolling on my back, and I was like pretty much spread eagled to the world, you know, just laughing my ass off at myself, just because, you know, it doesn't get any more ridiculous than that. You know, like I thought at 57 it wouldn't be that big a deal, but good Lord, I am just a mess.
Yeah. I mean, I think you'll be fine over the course of time, but you know,
right?
You know, you just got to strengthen up again.
But a walker's not a good look.
No. I keep
especially
wondering
at that age.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Either be a little kid or be an old person.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just went to a place with tons of old people, and when I go to first of all, being an old guy, I'm going to diners in the morning for breakfast.
Oh yeah,
love that. I just love just sitting there, 7:30. I'm looking at eggs, bacon. You know, for whatever reason, this brings me great joy.
Because you're old.
A little glass of orange juice is just like, this is amazing. But there is a senior menu on the back, and I'm like, man, depending on where you are, there's a lot of places where it's 55 years old.
Yeah.
There's a lot. And the menu is, they're smaller portions. It's cheaper. So I'm always like,
pre-chewed.
I'm flipping the menu over. Like, oh, man, I'm 4 years away from this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I can't believe that. French toast, $4.
I think you know you're old when you get into a pool and start doing water aerobics. Last time I was at a pool and we're visiting our in-laws where we took the kids over to the pool, and the kids are splashing around as kids do in the pool. They found two other kids. They're doing the thing. We're at the age where we're both kind of laying in the loungers on the side. And I realized, that's cool, man. There's like 7 or 8 old people in the pool. Good for them. And then as I started watching them, I'm like, oh, they're not in the pool to relax. I realized all of them are doing water aerobics, but they weren't doing them together. These are just old people that went separately. And I just thought, man, when I hit that age, I know it's done.
I mean, my mom's graduated to chair like stuff.
Chair aerobics?
She did pool stuff for a while, but now that she lives in like a community or whatever, I'll be like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I just went downstairs for chair aerobics.
You just sit in the chair and do stuff.
Well, I think it's more of like they got to hold on to it while they're doing stuff and stretching a little bit.
What they call it, chair aerobics?
Yeah, they call it chair aerobics or like chair stretch something, but I'm like, that makes more sense. I mean, she just can't stand that long without.
Yeah.
They're going to tip over.
Wow. Your guess is as good as mine on the way. The categories today, the top 10 best car companies in the world and winter destinations. And we've got your emails coming up next in the men's room at KISW.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Uh-huh. Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Hi, I'm Andrew Yang. You may remember me as being the guy who wanted to get money into the hands of millions of Americans. Well, I'm still at it, and I'm now the founder of Noble Mobile, the first carrier that pays you to use your phone less. With Noble, you get unlimited talk, text, and 5G data on the T-Mobile network, and you can earn up to $20 cash back a month for getting off your phone. Try it for just $10 a month. Go to noblemobile.com/yang10. That's noblemobile.com and use my code YANG10 to get paid to use your phone less.
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No. Anyway, Blue Apron.
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
At Homes.com, we do whatever it takes to get you the in-depth info on local schools you won't find anywhere else. Things like student-teacher ratio, test scores, and school programs. And sometimes that requires attending school recitals. So many recitals.
That's my son. Isn't he terrific?
Yeah, a real prodigy. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Your guess is as good as my cut of our categories, the top 10 best car companies and winter destinations. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
I did find my folder of concert tickets. You want to?
That's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, I kept a bunch of them. Mariners Astros 2016. Another Mariners. Pearl Jam.
What year?
Pearl Jam?
Yeah.
Great question. I have no idea. Oh, 2018. Alice in Chains, Paramount Theater.
I remember that show.
UW, SC, Elton John.
Ooh, UW and SC.
Terrace Club. Look out, the Mariners. That's golly, that's Felix Hernandez. Deck the Hall Ball, Death Cab for Cutie, Cage the Elephant, and more. Wow. From our friends at the end. More Mariners. Rush, R40 Live Tour. Iron Maiden, the Book of Souls Tour. What else we got here? Glenn Campbell, the Glenn Campbell Tour. Now it gets bad. Jersey Boys. Oh, yep. Spokane Shock versus Portland Thunder. All right. Yeah, that was in
first time you got Mike High, right?
That's right.
What date was that?
That was July 25th, 2015.
Damn.
Taylor Swift, the 1989 World Tour, CenturyLink Field.
All right.
Zach Brown Band at the Gorge. Kill Switch Engage. KISW show there.
By the way, that guy that was running the stuff at Spokane Arena.
Yeah.
Like a year after that, he texted me. We stayed friends, and he's like, "Hey, man, you won't believe this. I got an interview with the University of Maryland to run their stuff."
Really?
He still works there, doesn't he?
He still works there.
Oh, he got the gig.
He lives a block and a half from the house I grew up in.
Wow. You're kidding.
No, because he's just like, "What do you know about this neighborhood?" And I was like,
"Oh, wow.
Josh,
Yeah.
You're like literally from my house I grew up in, I could walk to your house in 3 minutes."
Damn.
Okay. Guns N' Roses, not this Lifetime tour. Ghost at the Moore Theater. Temple of the Dog at the Paramount Theater.
I remember that one.
That was a good one.
Pearl Jam, what is this? Oh, 65. Yes. Key Arena, that's 2013. Chevelle, Tom Petty from KISW. Cupcakes from Pearl Jam from Trophy. I don't want to save that. Book of Mormon, that was a good one. Depeche Mode, that was an all right show.
Book of Mormon was great. I saw that in England.
That's what I've heard. I haven't seen it, but
Pearl Jam 2018, more Taylor Swift, Soundgarden.
how many Taylor Swift shows have you been to, Swifty?
A bunch. Oh, God. Seahawks tickets against 49ers. Richard Sherman on that one. Kim
What
Chelsea
year is
on
that?
I don't know. It doesn't say. That's what I can't figure out.
But it had to be Legion of Boom, so what,
Yeah.
2013?
The back doesn't do many favors.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, Pacific Science Theater. I went to a lecture on sea turtles.
What?
Yeah. Swear to God.
All right, you were living big.
Mark Lanigan, Showbox, Chili Peppers. Yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. But it's always cool to have those, so I can go back and look and just.
I mean, I still have a bunch of them saved, but now that they stopped giving them out,
it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't really do it.
Let's get, if we could, get a contestant on the line now for your guess is as good as mine, 206-803-ROCK. In the meantime, some birthdays brought to you by Men's Room Roasted Red Salsa from San Juan Salsa Company.
Dip responsibly.
All right. Michelas, wishing you and yours an epic start to the new year, and I hope we're just a little more wise and a little less mature than the year before. As my birthday passed, I'll be running another beer mile, so I'd greatly appreciate any coaching from the Dirty Germans. Me and my girl and my Johnson would also be cool. Thanks, guys, and keep on rocking. That from Johnson.
Yeah, I like that your name is Johnson. It speaks very much of who you are. We can call you Mr. Johnson, which incidentally is the same nickname I have for my penis.
Yeah, I think the hardest thing about this beer mile is keeping it in your stomach.
Yeah, no kidding.
Is it 4 beers in a mile? So you're running around a track.
That's
right?
what the beer mile, that's the way I understood it, is each lap you got to chug a beer.
So every quarter of a mile.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
Which would be hard not to puke.
Yeah, no kidding.
Agreed. That's why I don't do that stuff.
When's the last time you drank beer and actively were doing something athletic?
Athletic? I mean...
Well, not golf.
Or bowling.
I mean...
Right, not golf.
Or softball.
Right. I mean, I haven't. Right. Once you take those, I haven't, man.
Yeah.
Curling. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I did a little shot of Fireball before we did the Diplo 5K, but we walked a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're drinking beer and doing stuff athletic just seems bad.
It does.
Guys, I want to give a afterward. Tastes
Afterwards,
great. It's good for you. It's just like chocolate milk. I'd like to give a huge birthday shout out to my coworker, manager, and friend Joe. Joey's been a dedicated listener to the Men's Room since high school.
Thank you.
20 years. Even listened via the app while he did a couple of year stint in San Diego for work. We listen to you guys in the office daily. Appreciate you helping us get through the end of the day there. So can we give Joey a big old bong rip, a nasty fart, and a cut that bitch off? Happy birthday, you stupid bitch. That from BR.
Damn.
You stupid bitch, yes.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Pacholos, I need your help celebrating my husband Justin for his 45th birthday. We've been best friends for 30 years, and he's been the world's best dad for 21. He's got all the dad jokes.
His kid's 30.
Yeah, I would not live life without him. Gonna get a Leroy Jenkins, Dirty Germans talking about archery. He's a bow technician, or whatever sound effects you have left in the budget for a guy who's officially halfway to 90. Love the show. That from Miranda.
Get lost, dummy.
Yeah, if you bring your bow, I will bring my arrow.
Yeah, and I'll stuff it inside your quill.
It's time to take off the leash.
Isn't that the quill? We keep the arrows?
The quill is
Quiver.
the feather on the back of the arrow. The quiver is the thing that holds arrows in.
I'll put it in your quiver.
The little golf bag thing.
Yeah, stuff
That
it in the
looks
quiver.
right.
That's right.
What's in that little arrow golf bag?
Hey, lady.
Hey.
Little feather bag.
But put this in my quiver.
How come archers don't have a caddy?
That's a good call. Like just handing them the
Yeah.
arrows.
Yeah, you want to use this arrow.
Because it looks
Yeah,
cool
why
when you
not?
pull it out of the back and just bring it up.
I was, wow, part of it is it just looks awesome.
Looks cool, yeah.
It would be kind of sick, though.
I have an arrow caddy.
Just like, right, and then like, hand me an arrow.
What would happen if you walked into, like, I don't know, a Fred Meyer with a bow and arrow?
I believe that actually.
I think so, too.
It would definitely set off, like,
Yeah.
even I would be like,
What is this guy doing? I'd be like, I'm buying a box of mac and cheese.
But I feel like that's the guy you don't approach.
yeah.
Like, what is wrong with this
Yeah,
guy?
you just like, man, just leave him alone. And hope for the
That would
best.
suck.
Yeah.
I got shot with an arrow at a grocery store.
I shoot my steak before I eat it. Yeah. Would you please wish my wife Katie a happy birthday? Please give her some time with the Johnson there, some Dirty Germans, and maybe a dip responsible for Hugo, who giggles when he hears it. Thank you, fellows, and Kaka. That from Chris, no longer stuck in Reno, Nevada.
You, your girl, and your Johnson.
Yeah, you were in Reno for quite a long time, and lots of people only have one eye, but even then they still have two.
Yeah, it just means more holes.
Yeah. I call it the socket wrench.
Dip responsibly.
One more birthday. All of you dinosaurs, let's start off the year right with this one. Today I've completed 46 successful trips around the Great Ball of Fire. Can I get a time to take off the leash, followed by an Alan Thicke, uh-oh, look out, and an owl hitting the window? Maybe the captain could tell me about the time he helped Aunt Jemima make her famous pancake syrup. And I'd like to make an early nomination for the end of year spectacular. I'd like to nominate Mike Hawk when he rickrolled everyone on April Fool's Day a few years ago. Still can't get over that one. Thanks and cheers to 21 years. That from the JJG, president of the Ted Smith's Fan Club, Texas chapter.
It's time to take off the leash.
Uh-oh, look out. Ooh, well, ahoy there. Happy birthday, and of course, Happy New Year. Listen, it's a misnomer that I helped old Aunt Jemima come up with making her pancakes here. Let me explain what happened. She took off her shirt, laid on her back. I saw her flapjacks, and yes, I drizzled a sicky substance on top of it. But it wasn't syrup. But she didn't mind the taste. Crunch berries.
All right, guys, here you go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's a Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Mom. Okay, it's time for a little Your Guess is as Good as Mine. It's an easy game to play. We get a contestant online. You pick from one of two categories, and you try to get as many right in said category before 3 strikes and you're out.
You're going to want someone to call back or caller dropped off.
Okay. 206-803-ROCK. In the meantime, I'll explain said categories. We have the best winter vacation destinations for warm weather lovers.
Assuming this is all in the U.S., correct?
These are all in the U.S.
All right.
All right. All the states that are covered include Arizona, Florida, Texas, California, and Nevada.
Okay.
All right, as far as the best
Reno
vacation destinations. Then, Consumer Reports came out with the 10 brands that are the tops in the world of cars. It's their annual report card, and for the second straight year, the number one remains the same. Now, to come up with the ratings, the nonprofit looked at road test and safety performance for more than 200 new vehicles, as well as reliability, owner satisfaction. In some ways, believe it or not, less expensive vehicles are the most impressive.
I believe that. It's like wine.
Yeah. They said there are really good values out there if you look for them. And Consumer Reports says they told the Detroit Free Press they note that the only auto brand in the top 10 out of the newspaper's namesake city is one that's made in Detroit.
All right.
So we have the top 10, or if you want to, you can get really dirty and go the 10 worst car brands.
10 worst?
As far as that goes. Or best winter destinations.
He's grabbing a line now. Man, I feel like I would do better on the 10 worst than I do with the 10 best.
Okay.
As far as cars go. Because I feel like certain makes of vehicles, they're always in the bottom, whether people like them or not. Yeah. And then the top always shuffles.
Okay, who's our contestant?
Our contestant is Ryan. Hello, Ryan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola.
Ryan, what do you want to do? You want to do the best winter vacation destinations for warm weather lovers, or do you want to go with Consumer Reports, the top 10 car brands, or the top worst?
Top car brand.
You want to go the top one. So the top 10 in the United States. A lot of these are not made in the United States, obviously, but they're the top 10 brands, according to Consumer Report, from the statistics done here with drivers in the U.S. Okay, so where do you want to start on this, as far as what you believe to be the best cars on the road?
Okay, let's go overseas first. Start with Mercedes.
You want to go with Mercedes. Mercedes-Benz, believe it or not, oh, wow. Wow. They're 23rd.
Damn.
Not a good start.
All right.
I really like a Mercedes-Benz. I think they're obviously very nice cars.
I just assumed that they were very nice, yeah.
Again, this is based on reliability and some other things. Satisfaction of owners, road tests, safety performance.
You got to go Toyota, man. Those things stay on the road forever.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, let's do it. Toyota.
Okay, that's number 5. All right.
I would think along those lines, probably Honda and Subaru as well.
I'm going to go a different direction. I drive Fords. I love Ford, so Ford.
You want to go Ford? On the list at number 18.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, not good.
Oh.
2 strikes against you, Rack.
Boy, this is rough. You said maybe Hyundai?
Honda or Hyundai?
Yeah, Hyundai or Honda?
Honda.
Honda, number 4. Okay.
Hyundai is probably a good call, too.
Yeah, you got 2 out of the 10.
Yeah. Yeah, Hyundai, too.
Hyundai. Okay, you got it. Hyundai's number 8. So you've got Honda, correct, Toyota, and Hyundai. Let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 2 German brands in the top 10, if that helps you. We have 1, 2, 3 Japanese car makers on the list. And one car that actually is made a lot in America.
I mean, I would think of it maybe a Kia.
Yeah, they're doing really well right now.
Yeah, that wasn't. He said 3 Japanese. I'm trying to think of one other than Toyota.
Does this include like their luxury brand?
Yes, that is correct.
So like Acura could still be on there.
Okay.
Infiniti could be for Nissan, that type of deal.
Oh, I see. I like where you're going with that, Ted. How about Lexus?
Lexus, number 6.
All right.
According to Consumer Reports, the top 10 car brands. Oh, you said, okay, there is a Ford product on the list. It is not Ford, but it's made by Ford. Think about what Ted just said.
Lincoln.
There you go. Number 7 on the list.
Nice.
So far you're correct with number 4, Honda. Number 5, Toyota. Number 6, Lexus. Number 7, Lincoln. Hyundai at 8. Now, right now as we stand, there are 2 Japanese car makers on the list. There are 2 German car makers on the list. And I'm going to say this one is an American-made car.
All right.
Just real quick, other than the Lincoln Navigator, can you name another Lincoln model? As real as I can.
No, that's a Toyota.
The MKZ. Is that Lincoln?
For Lincoln? I mean, just the Lincoln Town car.
Oh, yeah, never mind. Thank you, Ted.
I don't think they make that anymore.
Do they not?
No, they got rid of all their big cars.
All right.
BMW.
That's number 2.
Wow, so Mercedes
One
just takes
more.
an S, but BMW's.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't get it. One more German, 2 Japanese, 1 American car maker left.
Totally. Other than Volkswagen, which I never hear anything good about them.
Just so you know, Volkswagen is number 22.
Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so I'm trying to think of another German. Audi?
Audi?
Yeah, Audi. Good call.
No.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
sorry,
Let
man.
me tell you guys, I turned into your YouTube channel about 5 minutes ago, and I'm just loving it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. Hey,
I didn't have any idea what you guys look like. I might have to shut it off now.
well, it's all right. Yeah. Hey, look, we almost have, believe it or not, 4,000 subscribers. So if you haven't checked it out yet, KISW Rock, go there and subscribe to the channel.
3,920.
Hit the thumb button up there and give us a little love if you smash the like burger, as we like to call it.
All right, what else we got on there? How many do we have left?
We've got 2 Japanese cars, 1 German car, and an American-made car.
I'm going to say Kia.
Kia is not bad. They are number 12. They barely miss out on the top 10.
Japanese. What are
Acura?
Japanese cars?
Acura, number 9. All right. That is correct. Yes.
Right, because, I mean, look, I have one. It's old, but
It's 10.
Still worked.
yeah, I mean, those Toyotas, Acuras, they run forever.
1 German car is made by the same, the Volkswagen company.
What
That's
did
on
they
the list.
buy?
Oh, they've got everything.
It's a German car.
Made by Volkswagen. Just a different
Porsche.
brand. Porsche, number 3.
All right. On the list. I forgot that they bought them, yeah.
And Ted, let's see. We said Acura at number 9. So there's 1 German in the number 1 car, and then the other, number 10 on the list, is an American-made car. You see these everywhere around town. Both of these cars you see frickin' everywhere. And sometimes I would want to say
me, that would be Subaru and Tesla.
The drivers are questionable. That is correct, Steve. Subaru is number 1. Tesla is number 10.
Yeah, once you said around here, I'm like, yeah, that's and people that are not San Francisco, Seattle. If you're not from those 2 cities, anyone that comes to visit is like, my God, there's a lot of Teslas and Subarus.
Austin's
there absolutely is.
Austin's got a lot of Teslas.
I can believe that.
Owner satisfaction predictions are based on whether members said in surveys that they would buy the same vehicle again. They also looked at safety, crash test results, all kinds of different safety ratings to come up with the best and also reliable cars. So, what do you think the worst car, according to Consumer Reports, is? Jeep is the worst car.
Always.
What's next?
People that like Jeeps love Jeeps.
Oh,
I'm going to guess, and I'm basing this, like, if Subaru and Nissan are the Seattle cars, I'm going to go with Baltimore style and say Nissan is on there.
Nissan actually doesn't do too bad. They're number 13
Really?
on the list. Yes.
I'm shocked.
We don't
by
see
that.
those enough around here, but they're
No, Thrill's right. That's just not the style of the city.
What's the one car that everyone who loves them will continue to buy them, even though that the car spends more time in the shop than it does
Range
on
Rover.
Rovers. Range Rover, number 30.
Just any of them.
So that's the second worst car on the road. Believe it or not, GMC at 29, Dodge at 28, Alfa Romeo, see those every once in a while, 27, and Rivian. They round up. I see Rivian all the time. I think they're cool as hell looking.
People that have Rivians that I've talked to absolutely love the Rivian, but I know it ranks real low on the Consumer Report.
I was going to say the same thing, because I'm with you. I agree with Miles. They look cool.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I've talked to a couple people, and they like them, but every time there's a report, they are so low on the list.
Yeah, them and Jeep, man.
I don't know if you just got to take them in the shop a bunch. There's got to be some reason they're always that bad.
I don't know. But Jeep's the one that blows my mind. Like, Jeep's been around for 10 million years at this point. It's like, we still haven't gotten it right. But you like our vehicle. Here's a rubber duck. Here's Rubicon.
And I feel like Jeep Guy.
Here's a rubber duck. He does not care.
He does not care.
At
and
all.
half the time, Jeep Guy likes working on that Jeep.
Yeah, that's why I took my doors off.
Yeah.
At what point do you think I care?
That's why the hinges are rusting.
Right.
Come on. Okay, coming up, we'll Tricky Toast with the shot of the day at 5:08. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Maybe you like cooking. Maybe you don't. Either way, the new Blue Apron is for you. Because along with our classic meal kits, we're offering new pre-made and one-pan meals to help you get dinner on the table fast. And now there's no subscription needed, so you can just order and enjoy. Do delicious food your way. Shop 100+ meals at blueapron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
Just got a new puppy or kitten? Congrats. But also, yikes. Between crates, beds, toys, treats, and those first few vet visits, you've probably already dropped a small fortune, which is where Lemonade Pet Insurance comes in. It helps cover vet costs so you can focus on what's best for your new pet. The coverage is customizable, sign-up is quick and easy, and your claims are handled in as little as 3 seconds. Pro tip, Lemonade offers a package specifically for puppies and kittens. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet. Your future self will thank you. Your pet won't. They don't know what insurance is.
At Homes.com, we do whatever it takes to get you the in-depth info on local schools you won't find anywhere else. Things like student-teacher ratio, test scores, and school programs. And sometimes that requires attending school recitals. So many recitals.
That's my son. Isn't he terrific?
Yeah, a real prodigy. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
99.9 KISW. The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, cut up here until 5:08. We'll drink and toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check of Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. I would absolutely love to bring you the news here in just a hot second. Fear not, it's about to happen. There we go. Little transition there, and we are ready to bring you guys them headlines. All right. And this in no way has anything to do with the YouTube channel. All right. The world's oldest known Twinkie just turned 50 years old.
Did you see the picture of the couple?
Yes.
They looked so proud.
Is it still in the wrapper?
No.
It looked like they had one of those glass dome kind of things.
Yes.
It looked like they unwrapped the Twinkie and then covered it back up, and for whatever reason, they just decided to keep it
never
for
molded?
50 years. Man, I'm looking at this picture and assuming it's the same Twinkie, because let's face it, they could replace it anytime. But
Correct.
assuming that they're telling the truth, there is no mold, brother. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what Twinkies are made of.
Yeah,
but
they said that there's a couple crumbs that are missing from it, just because basic movement.
Sure.
It's staled out in certain places and flaked, but
Mike, much like you, for a while there, I was working at an auto auction. I wasn't doing the auctioneering, but I was doing detailing and stuff, like driving the cars back and forth for the drivers. McDonald's French fries don't age
ever,
because in the back seats of the car, you get in there to try to vacuum.
Yep.
And you look down there because you always want to see if there's change first before you just suck it all up in the back. Just get a lay of the land. McDonald's French fries, they look exactly the same,
which is terrifying.
They're still salted. They're still the same color.
And that McDonald's smell continues to emanate.
No, they smell like McDonald's French fries. I don't know how long they've been in there. I'm detailing a car. Who knows?
That's how I knew the cars that I didn't want to grab, because you'd open them and then you catch that smell. It's like, this is a family car. I know that there's chicken
McDonald's
nuggets. I know that there's McDonald's fries. I know that there's Cheerios. I know there's a melted crayon in here somewhere that I need to get rid of.
Also know that you can spray paint cloth seats every once in a while to get rid of the stain.
I don't know what you're talking about, Miles.
We used to get spray paint by the box, dude. Just spray paint cloth.
There was one guy that we worked with that he wouldn't even grab the vacuum. That was just his.
He was just spray paint over everything.
Oh, you bet. You bet. There's an article in The Guardian where a man goes into detail about the hill that he will die on, that he spoils shows and movies for himself before watching them.
Why?
Yeah.
Because I thought the same thing. It's like, really, this is one of the first stories that I'm going to see coming into this year.
The hill you're going to die on is that.
Right. And so I read it, and I kind of get where he's coming from, but I have a point to make when it comes from it. So he says, basically, in the streaming age and this information age that we have, we don't need to spend this entire time dedicating ourselves to a show that we might not like, a movie that will end up be boring or won't pay off in the end. You know, how many times, the final episode, the show was great, but the last episode sucked. The movie was awesome, but the ending sucked. So now, he will read the synopsis of what it is. He'll read the plot on Wikipedia if he can, and then he will watch like the last 5-10 minutes just to get that big bang ending to see if it's worth it, and then he will then watch it from beginning to end, basically to try to see if it's worth the watch. And I look at that and saying, that's the bet that you take when you watch these things. That is the measure of a good movie, of a good TV show, of anything.
And the truth is, especially with the TV show, I feel like with the movie, you're more likely to be disappointed. Only because it's 2 hours of time. How can you not get this right? A TV show that's been on for multiple seasons, like, look, no matter what you do, you're not going to end it right.
No.
You're just not, right? And people are going to complain.
Tough, yeah.
Name the show. 80% of the people that watched it religiously hated the ending, and that's the one thing they stick to. But I'm like, that's just a negative part. You enjoyed 7 seasons of this show, but you didn't like the last episode, and now the whole thing goes down a flame. Well, you're talking to a moron at that point.
Right.
Like, don't worry about
Just
it. Just
because the last few pages wasn't good doesn't mean the story wasn't.
Look, man, M. Night Shyamalan, whatever you're going to watch from the guy, you're going to like him, not like him. But the point is, he's going to have a twist.
Right.
Maybe the twist is worth it. Maybe it's not. But I feel like if I spoil what that is, it absolutely ruins everything else that I'm watching up front.
Well, and talking about this tactic, that's also what fuels conversations. You know, how many times have we gone in, all of us were watching The Boys at one point, which I believe that final season's on the way up. We go in, we show up in here, that episode sucked, this part I didn't quite like, this part was awesome. Like, that's the stuff that fuels the conversation. If you just watch it, like, what do you have to talk about?
And also, to me, it's like sports, right? Like, I like the Ravens. They lost yesterday. It sucked. It's devastating. But you sit through the season to cheer on your team. And only one group of fans is going to be happy at the end of the year, and it's whoever wins. Because anyone who doesn't win the Super Bowl didn't do jack, right?
See,
they didn't win. So it's like, but that's part of the joy of it, or the ebbs and flows.
Well, I know for a fact it was often difficult to watch stuff with my kids because they were always asking me questions about what was going on. Now, we just rented this movie. I have never seen it either. I don't know what's going to happen. That's the whole point of sitting there. But I understand because you're a kid and you're curious. I also know adults that I have been in relationships with that do the same thing. And I wish they knew the end so they just shut up.
Right. Stop asking.
I don't know. I haven't seen it either. I can speculate.
Right.
But
this is my guess.
I don't know.
Well, and the build-up is just as much of the fun. The wife and I got into wrestling, and I've always, ever since I was a kid, I wanted to watch WrestleMania because that's the big one, right?
Sure,
but then after a while, I realized, I had never seen it before, but I realized it's like, no, you have to watch the lead-up to it to understand why it's exciting.
really understand why that's there.
So we started watching every show throughout the year leading up to WrestleMania 40, which anybody who watched it, that was one of the greatest ones that had happened in recent memory. And having that lineup, having all of that lead up to it, like, that's what made it this huge cinematic thing. Like, if I were just to watch it, I wouldn't understand what was happening.
Right, you're just watching the moves, but not understanding why these guys hate each other.
You need to build that emotional attachment. You need to build up that drama. You need to build up the reason why you're watching it.
That guy's a fool. Yes, I will say, one of the funny things about watching movies with kids, though, is there's speculation of things. I remember taking my kids to see the movie Trolls, which I cannot explain how much I hate it, but we're in the theater, and there is a scene where the trolls, your heroes, have been captured by the bad person.
Yes.
And they're going to be eaten. All right? So they're placed in a pot, and then the stove is turned on. And my daughter started sobbing immediately. And I'm looking, I'm like, right, she's like 6 years old. And you got to put yourself in the kid's mind. I'm like, baby, and I couldn't say this in the theater, but like, the chances of them cooking the goddamn trolls in the Trolls movie with a children's audience, it ain't going to happen. I'm just waiting for the end of, they're going to be fine. But I couldn't tell her. I had to watch her get through it. They managed to, quote unquote, escape. And I mean, just the elation she had. Like, oh my God, I thought they were going to die. I'm like, and a G, okay.
It'd be awesome if it did, though.
If I made the
Keep
movie,
that in the noodle.
The only problem is it's not G-rated anymore.
No, it is not.
You kill those trolls, they're like, it's got to be at least PG-13.
Director's cut.
Exactly.
Trolls 5. They don't make it out.
There's a new study claiming that self-driving cars could prevent over 1 million road injuries by 2035, as long as they don't do what that one in Vegas did.
There's always going to be one or two mistakes along the way.
I mean, but the other thing, like right now, December 2035, you go, in other words, we're still working on it. They'll still slam into the back of a stopped school bus with children getting on and off. But we're going to fix that soon, right now.
But once they do fix it, I mean, it's better than half the drivers on the road who aren't paying attention. At least the car is trying to pay attention.
It is paying attention.
It's got one job. Right. You know what I mean? It might fail every once in a while, but, I mean, human error is, I would say, greater risk.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, Miles, I know it's your favorite time, but time to put your thinking caps on. It is time for the Merriam-Webster word of the day, brought to you by the letter M. It is a noun. It's a plural noun, as they say. So this one's interesting. I give you guys 1% success chance. There's no freaking way that you guys are going to get this. But it's a plural noun that refers to notes or other marks written in the margins of a text. Also to non-essential matters or items. It is a plural noun that refers to notes. Minutia, not bad. It is marginalia.
Marginalia.
Ted was getting her to say that if you met him.
Yeah, you're right.
I had a bout to that last year.
He thought it was genitalia.
Let me see your marginalia.
I read that this morning. I was like, am I allowed to say that?
Marginalia.
Put your marginalia away.
Let me see your marginalia, girl.
Apparently, your eye doctor may be able to spot early dementia signals before memory issues start. That doesn't shock me.
There's a lot of things that people looking at your eyes figure out like 15 other things.
Absolutely.
Like last time I got my eyes checked, right before we went on break, so December. And they do all their crap. And then when she's talking to me, she goes, look, your eyes seem pretty healthy. Your vision is still slowly ebbing away, but your eyes themselves are healthy. And she's showing me all this stuff, right? They show you the picture they took. And I'm like, but what am I looking at? And she points at all these different things, and she's like, because this could lead to blah, 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 blah. And it's not eye-related stuff. Your eyes just show the symptoms of your body somewhere else going down. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah.
You can read a lot.
Your liver, your pancreas is going through all this stuff. And I'm like, well, do you know what to do? Like, if my liver's bad? She's like, yes, recommend you go see a liver specialist. So, yeah. Okay. Just asking.
My bad. Okay, Lake Superior State just shared its annual list of the banished words that we think that we should stop using in 2026. Let's roll them down.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
Obviously, with a new year comes a whole slew of new words that we just need to put in the trash, and I'll be glad to. There's a handful that I can't remember that I remember, but I remember hating them bad enough, and I'm glad that they're gone. Like, I don't even want to utter them just because I don't want them to come back, and I put them so far back that I forget what they were.
But remember, by the end of this year, by the end of 2026, there'll be a list of 10 words that popped up this year that you're already sick of.
Absolutely.
Right?
Is there any words that you guys heard in the last year, or at least in recent memory, that you think should make your way out? Like, Miles, Thrill, I know that you guys have kids that are kind of within that age bracket that might kind of be floating.
But I can't crap up what the kids say. Right, the 6-7 thing. And they're just saying it to say it. There's no real meaning behind it, but which they don't say, thankfully. But like if I make something good for the kid, right? Like, hey, what's for dinner tonight? I said chicken Alfredo the other night. I can't remember what his response was. I don't remember the word, but it was positive. And I thought, okay, that's what kids are saying. I have nothing to say about that.
The one that gets me is when they start using words that we used to use. That somehow went out of, and they're like, it's cool now. And I'm like, it was cool then.
Yeah.
Cool, we said it first.
Came all the way back around.
We said it first.
Yeah. Bottom of the list, they go with reach out. It was actually on their list back in 1994, but just the term reach out. Just reaching out.
It doesn't bug me.
I feel like that's mainly for work, though.
Generally, yeah. I
like
mean,
your friends, like if I haven't talked to a buddy in a minute, I don't have to say, hey, I'm just reaching out.
It's understood.
I can just send a text like, hey, dude, hope you're well.
I've had a handful of relationships where it has been long enough to where it would be weird to just get a random text from me so that I would need to explain it by saying, hey, just want to reach out, see how you doing.
And again, I got no problem with that.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
It explains your point.
I also feel like
this is not an emergency. Yeah. This is not weird. I am not dying. I'm just reaching out.
Right. I don't know. I just feel like in my personal life, I'd be like, hey, Mike, long time. Miss you, bud. Hope you're well.
Yeah.
What's up, bitch?
Let's catch up.
Yeah. You got fat. I remember my band teacher hated this one. I still like it. My bad.
Do you know where that comes from?
No.
Believe it or not. So it came from Dikembe Mutombo.
Okay.
Playing basketball. His English was not great, but he was in a press conference. They're talking to him after whatever happened in the game. And he screwed something up. And instead of saying, hey, it's my fault, he just kind of smiled, tapped his chest, and said, my bad. And everybody got it, right? So everyone, believe it or not, Dikembe Mutombo, just struggling with English, but trying to respond to the reporter's question, just said, that was my bad.
Okay.
And then he did a lot of good in life.
He did a lot of good in life after that. My good. I like my bad because it's kind of, you're taking responsibility and apologizing for something fairly insignificant.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You drop a glass and you spill orange juice on the floor. You say, my bad.
My bad.
You don't stab someone in the stomach by accident and say, my bad. Right. That's a straight up, sorry.
Right, you stabbed the wrong guy.
My bad.
My bad, dude. Thought you were him. You accidentally forget to put audio on a stream. My bad.
My bad. How many times have you said that in the last year?
In the last year? Just once.
How many times in the last 10 years?
10 years. Oh, there's a handful of times there. Yeah, I've needed that one.
You should get a my bad punch card.
Yeah. Sorry for the 2 minutes of dead air. I mean, when I was in high school, though, that was a massive. Like, every coach ever had was, you guys need to stop saying my bad. Hey, it's not going to. It's like, all right. They say gifted when used as a verb. Again, these are banished words that need to go away this year. Gifted when used as a verb. Like, I gifted them a candle. They say, just say you gave it to them.
Yeah, that's stupid. Sorry. I mean, to me, you can say, my child is gifted because they're in some crazy-ass class or something. But if you say, I gifted them, like, you gave it to them.
Yeah. It's a good call. I never went that deep with it. I would use it that way if it's, like, something specific that I like. But, like, somebody else, like, I feel like they'd get more use out of it. I was like, I gifted it to them.
I feel like I would use gifted if it was something of mine. Like, if I were to give my bass to one of my children. Like, oh, no, that was gifted to you.
Correct.
I'm not giving it to you. I'm gifting it. To me, it takes on more importance. I don't know if that's accurate. That's just how it sounds.
Like, I had a hat I loved. It just looked better on my buddy, and he looked cool wearing it. So I was just like, I'll gift it to him.
Yep.
Okay.
That's gifting it to him.
I like it. Perfect. They think we should stop using it to mean good or great. There are a few instances when perfect actually applies. I don't disagree with that take.
They're not wrong, but to me, it's like awesome. If you break it down, most of what we call awesome is truly not even remotely awesome.
Yeah.
So to me, perfect, awesome, those kinds of things. And by the way, I was wrong. It was not Dikembe Mutombo. Wesley Hare on YouTube was like Manute Bowl. My bad.
All right. Perfect just drives me up a wall sometimes when people are just like everything's like it's just so extreme. Sure.
I don't believe people. I feel like I hear perfect more when I don't know. Hey, man, the beer you want, we blew the keg. We got, how about this? Perfect.
Perfect. Correct.
Yeah.
If you're telling me how perfect your life is, generally I'm like,
BS.
I don't believe you. And I know where you're going with it because the younger generation does it not with perfect, but it's the best thing ever, or it's everything, or it.
Right.
Easy. Okay. You're very excited.
I still say stuff like groovy.
Yeah.
Groovy. Words that need to be banished this year, full stop.
Yeah. I don't use it and I rarely hear it.
Yeah, they
I can see why it's annoying, but yeah.
They also banned the word period last year. So the take back then was we understand the point. No need to verbally punctuate it. Full stop. Period. We get it.
But what if it's my wife?
Yeah.
I'm on my don't say it.
Don't you
You're
dare.
menstruating.
Keep that to yourself.
We're done with the word period. Why was it called a period?
It is the period in time in which this happens.
Yeah, because to me, when you say period, like something's done. I'm like, but when she says, I'm on my period, it's not because it's ending.
Correct. Yeah, it just begun.
Yeah.
Incentivize. They think just motivate or encourage are underused now.
I feel like that's a corporate word. Normal people don't say that. But if corporate sends some BS email about whatever, we're incentivizing, like, right. I know you're doing corporate speak.
I get it. Yeah. Way to make yourself sound better.
Mm-hmm.
Banished words for the year. Massive. It can mean big, or kids sometimes use it to mean awesome.
That's all right.
I used it today.
Doesn't bother me.
Massive.
What you're describing like as a good thing, like okay.
Yeah. I couldn't. I thought that was the right word. Massive. Thank you. Massive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
All
that
right.
makes sense.
Okay.
That was a massive kick. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
I am very guilty.
No, it wasn't.
Now that you say that word, I am very guilty of that one. Yeah. Massive game. Like, oh, Christ, I say that a lot.
You got to stop saying it.
I think I mean it. Yeah. Let's see. Cooked.
Does anybody other than Ted know what cooked means?
Like they're no.
No, Miles.
They're
I guess,
screwed.
yes, you are. You're exactly right.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm cooked, I'm exhausted, but it can also mean to give someone space or to do their thing. She's an expert. Let her cook.
That's the other one I like too.
Hold up. Let him cook. Let him cook.
But that's more impressive than cooked. I feel like that's been around.
That came
for a long
from Russell
time.
Wilson.
Yeah.
But cooked is bad.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
I'm
man.
cooked.
Like, our team's cooked.
Which I don't mind that one. That one still
Yeah.
sounds okay to me, which is why
Put
I'm
a
sure the
fork
young
in
kids
them.
want
They're
to.
cooked. For whatever reason, we go to the food well.
We do.
Yeah.
We like food, man. That's what we do. Banished words for the year. Demure. Remember when that one got big because of TikTok?
That was a bit of a flash in the pan, though. I mean, that was big, 6 months ago? I haven't heard anybody even reference that in a minute.
And flash in the pan is the perfect way to describe that because it got so loud, so fast, so annoying.
But wait until they say we can't use the phrase flash in the pan. Then what do we call it?
Exactly.
A one-hit wonder?
It was so popular, so quick. Everything was very demure. Shut up. It's not that funny. It's not that cool. It's not, no. Just shut up.
It's not perfect.
And then this is the number one word that needs to be banished this year. Send it to hell whence it came. Ted, you already nailed it. 6-7. Get it to hell.
And I get
It'll
it's
go
funny
away.
to them, but it won't be as funny.
And that's where I try to get off my laurels as the old guy. It's like, it's funny to you. Let them have their funny thing. That makes no sense to anybody else other than the fact that it makes no sense.
Well, the other reason I think the kids will stop saying it is because it's become such commonplace to, like, look, I'm 45. I said it at least 10 times over the break to people. And it's like when the old guys start using it as a joke, then it's not as cool.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
A U.S. Postal Service driver is facing criminal charges for trying to run over a 10-year-old, but you won't believe why, Miles.
Why would you even think that was okay?
I'll tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, have we made it to drinking time?
You know how everything's a subscription now? Music, movies, even socks. I swear if I...
To continue this ad, please upgrade to Premium Plus Platinum.
What? No. Anyway, Blue Apron...
This is a pay-per-listen ad. Please confirm your billing.
Oh, that's annoying. At least with the new Blue Apron, there's no subscription needed. Get delicious meals delivered without the weekly plan.
Wait, no subscription?
Keep the flavor. Ditch the subscription. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
If you're an experienced pet owner, you already know that having a pet is 25% belly rubs, 25% yelling, drop it, and 50% groaning at the bill from every pet visit. Which is why Lemonade Pet Insurance is tailor-made for your pet and can save you up to 90% on vet bills. It can help cover checkups, emergencies, diagnostics, basically all the stuff that makes your bank account get nervous. Claims are filed super easily through the Lemonade app and half get settled instantly. Get a quote at lemonade.com/pet and they'll help cover the vet bill for whatever your pet swallowed after you yelled, drop it.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast 25-year-old Kobe Watkins of Gainesville, Florida. Now, last week, our honoree, he decided that he would commit armed robbery. So he put on a mask, he grabbed a gun, and he headed to BJ's Meat Market. Then he broke into a cash box, stole over $1,000 in cash, and he ran off. Well, naturally, the police were called. Officers responded quickly. They set up a perimeter, and they managed to arrest Kobe without incident. Now, in spite of having been wearing a mask, the cops easily identified Kobe because the only article of clothing that he wore during the robbery was, in fact, the mask. He was 100% naked. Put a mask on, went in with a gun, and he robbed the place, as they say, without incident. People gave him the money. But yeah, the cops managed to identify him because he was the only naked person within the perimeter, completely naked. So basically, when they saw the naked guy holding $1,000 in his hands, they knew they had their man. Because as they pointed out, one of the problems with that, aside from being obvious, is He had no pockets to put the cash in. Just like when we spotted the guy, they're like, he's naked, he has a handful of cash, and a gun. That's our guy. Arrested without incident, charged with all kinds of things, armed robbery, etc. But I like they also added on exposure of genitalia. Yes, indeed. Wear more than a mask. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bijola.
All right, let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes?
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Tonight's meal, tilapia surprise with boiled cabbage. Begin cooking steps 1 through 50 now.
Are you kidding me? Making dinner shouldn't feel like doing a 1,000-piece puzzle. With Blue Apron's new one-pan assemble and bake meals, the hard part's already done. Pre-chopped ingredients, zero stress. Just assemble, bake, and enjoy. No complicated steps, no mountain of dishes. Try Assemble and Bake today. Get 20% off your first 2 orders with code APRON20. Terms and conditions apply. Visit blueapron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Homes.com is the only place where you can find specialized neighborhood guides with the in-depth insider info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Want to know if there's homes for sale in the area? We've got it. How long has a home been on the market? We'll know it. Average lot size? Proximity to local parks? Of course. Insight into your neighbor's divorce? We're working on it.
Homes.com. We've done your homework.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
Oh, I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Julia. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola. Happy New Year there, Julia. And you understand how this here game is played?
I do.
Fantastic. We did not update it for 2026. We agreed to stick with the 2025 rules. So today, you have your choice of 1 of 3 categories. Today, we offer you Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? Hit Me with your best shot, where you guess the unconventional object that someone chose to use as a weapon. And finally, today, Animalize This, where you guess the animal responsible for causing the problem.
Animalize This.
All right, unbeknownst to me, our very own Mike Hawk has this story coming up later in headlines, but I'm going to share it with you right now. Spoiler alert. So an animal that wreaked havoc inside of a musical instrument store in Tennessee fled the scene of the incident, but it was captured later in the day. The Morristown Police Department said it received a call about 8 o'clock in the morning on Sunday reporting an animal running wild and damaging instruments inside of the Trade Center Music Store in Morristown. Animal control officers responded to the store, but the critter was able to flee the scene. Now, police said it was safely captured at a different location later that night. Now, a licensed animal wrangler from the U.S. Department of Agriculture reported that the animal was allegedly stolen from a farm in Alabama before being sold in Morristown, Tennessee. Police said, quote, "We are aware of the allegation that the animal was stolen, and we will be continuing the investigation." So now the question is, what was the stolen animal that started going crazy in the music store? Was it a pig? Was it a cow? Was it a rooster? Or was it a monkey? So pig, cow, rooster, or monkey?
Oh, well, I'm just going to have to say monkey. For some reason, that just popped in my head. I was thinking raccoon while I was listening to the question, but I'm going to say monkey.
Stolen from a monkey farm, yes.
Well, wasn't it just off of a farm that it was just... I mean, who would steal a cow or steal a chicken or a rooster?
Have you heard of cattle rustlers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, based on the area, you would be surprised. I got some cockfighting going on as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right, so it was stolen from...
I mean, they're pretty docile. I don't see them tearing up the place, you know?
Right, it was stolen from a farm.
They believe, allegedly stolen from a farm. But yeah, it's a pig, cow, rooster, or monkey. Somehow it got inside of this music shop.
I'm going to snuff the rooster.
And what are you guys going with?
Miles is going rooster. I don't know why. I'm going to go pig.
Pig. Okay. What was this animal that was wreaking havoc inside of a music store in Tennessee? Was it a pig, cow, rooster, or monkey? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
Here at Blue Apron, we know exactly how hectic school nights can be. That's why we created Assemble and Bake. Delicious one-pan meals that make family dinner simple. Just assemble the pre-chopped ingredients and put the pan in the oven to bake. Then you're free to help out with that last-minute diorama. Shop Assemble and Bake at BlueApron.com. Get 50% off your first 2 orders with code APRON50. Terms and conditions apply. Visit BlueApron.com/terms for more.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
With comprehensive reports on local schools you won't find anywhere else, Homes.com is the only place to find the in-depth info home shoppers want. Very in-depth info. Curious about where a school ranks in the state? Look no further. Percentage of teachers in their first or second year? We've got it. Lowest student-teacher ratio? No problem. The best cafeteria lunch in the district for your 9-year-old food blogger? Would it surprise you if we said yes? Homes.com. We've done your homework.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Categories: Animalize this on profile this. We got an animal that wreaked havoc inside a music store in Tennessee. Question is, what was that animal? It was stolen from another state and brought to Tennessee for a sale. Was it a pig, cow, rooster, or a monkey?
And Julia, that is a question that we posed to you. Let's start with the Ted Smith. You went with the pig.
Went with the pig.
It was not a pig.
Oink, oink.
That pig simply strolled into the music store and started playing Stairway to Heaven until he was asked to stop and leave.
I heard he was playing a banjo.
You know, that makes more sense for a picture of pig playing a banjo. Miles Montgomery, you went with the rooster.
He ain't gonna die.
It was not a rooster. Julia, you went with the monkey because, like we said, the animal was stolen from a farm. And what farm animal do you picture most? A monkey. And you are correct.
Nice work, Julia. Very good.
Yeah, the old Tennessean monkey farms.
Now, for all the TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right. A lot of stuff happened over the break while we were gone, TV-wise and everything else. First, though, I was going to ask you guys, what did everybody in here do on New Year's Eve? Did anybody go out and stay out till midnight? I shouldn't say it like that. I sound old as hell. Anybody actually stay out till midnight?
I went to a friend's house for a little while because you would text me that you and your buddy were headed to the bar. I was about to head over to a friend's house, and it was decent. We had a good time. And then a lot of them went to a bar. My wife and I took our daughter home because their son was doing a spend-the-night deal, and we stayed up until midnight and waited for the fireworks to go off. Did the countdown. We were watching Stranger Things, right?
All right.
And then when we got like 20 seconds away from New Year, we paused it, counted down with the daughter, everyone celebrated, and then got back to Stranger Things.
Yeah. Miles?
I went for a little afternoon lunch and drinks. Ended up in my hotel room about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Passed out. Woke up at like 8 or 9 and started watching CNN. Because those guys are just getting hammered.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm watching Anderson Cooper and Cohen. Just absolutely get drunk.
Yeah, you know what? Somebody hit me too. Was like, CNN's kind of famous for it.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody's like, you should watch Fox News. And I was like, why? And he's like, they kind of do the same thing.
Just get hammered.
Right, but obviously between CNN and Fox, there's going to be different little cheeky jokes they're both saying.
Oh, of course.
Kind of shooting, taking shots across the board. Yeah, I did the same thing I did last year. Went to a couple bars, and then the bar I was at, they bring in the DJ equipment around 10, so me and my buddy left.
Yeah.
But also, man, it got so foggy.
It did.
The night before, and then New Year's Eve that was serious fog, which I get. I even tweeted out, like, we're just not going to see these fireworks. Mm-hmm. They still shot them off.
They did. A guy was earlier on the YouTube feed. A guy was bitching about it. He's like, I was at the Space Needle, but I could not physically see the Space Needle, and I could not physically see the fireworks. Basically, they shot up in the air, and you got like a strobe light through the fog.
Yeah.
But no actual fireworks.
Yeah. So I think that's King 5, right? They do a good job.
I believe it's 5, yeah.
Yeah, of like showing the local stuff and everything, which is good to see. Kind of missed my guy Terry on there this year. But yeah, and then the funny thing is, I don't know if it's because of the fog or Lake Union, but like where we live in North Seattle, like you could hear them.
Oh, I definitely heard them.
Yeah, which I thought was kind of crazy. I was like, damn.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So
For some reason, I thought they used to do a laser show.
They did both.
Okay. Oh, really?
Oh, okay.
And, well, here's the deal. They're supposed to have a drone show. I think this is the second year in a row they're supposed to have a drone show. But because of the fog, they don't fly up. So there's still lasers in the fireworks. So I was just kind of joking around on X. I was like, we're never going to see this drone show. And like people started kind of coming after me, like, you get fog every year. Like, I know. I'm not bitching. I'm just kind of making a light joke about it. We're never going to see it.
Did you hear the fireworks in our hood on Saturday night?
So New Year's Day.
2 in the morning, right? Like, and you could tell someone was getting rid of the rest of the fireworks they had. But I didn't know what the sound was at first. So I went outside. I'm kind of looking around. But the same thing, it was just so hazy. Again, I didn't see any fireworks, but you just saw the strobe effect. And I'm like, man, those sound like they'd be badass.
I will say, New Year's Day, I was watching the Ole Miss Georgia game with some buddies, and we were out on his deck, right? It's got, like, there's a heater and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were wearing wearable sleeping bags. But same thing, we kept hearing fireworks, and I was like, is that guy a Georgia fan? Because, like, it kind of coordinated with when Georgia was scoring. And then by, like, halftime in the second half, we were like, oh, these are people just letting off.
Yeah, they just
so
got
Saturday
fireworks.
seemed to be the day that, like, if you still had fireworks, you could light them off.
Oh, yeah.
Wearable sleeping bag, huh?
It's pretty awesome. So somebody just did a quick poll, and they asked you, they gave them 4 choices, right? What could you do for New Year's Eve? Number 4, 10% people picked, just scroll through social media on my phone.
Okay.
20% of people, third place, said they'd rather get some sleep.
Wow. Okay.
Which is weird, because I didn't stay out that late, but I still stayed up till midnight.
Yeah, I stayed up for sure.
A lot of people said go to a New Year's Eve party. The number one thing was exactly what you did, Thor. A lot of people said watch Netflix or some streaming platform.
Yeah, that's like, so we kind of celebrated earlier in the day, and then by the time we got home, it was like 10:30. Watched the final episode. It wasn't done yet, but I'm like, we'll count down. So daughter was excited. We brought it in the new year, and then it's like back to Stranger Things.
Did you do the pots and pans?
No.
All right, when I was a kid, that was the highlight of New Year's Eve, man. Midnight.
What's that?
You open your
Banging
front
pots
door
and
and you bang on your pots and pans at midnight.
Huh.
You never did that?
No.
I never did it as a kid. I'm aware of what it was. It just, if you beat a pot and pan at my parents' house, that'd kill me.
Oh, that was massive for us. And I mean, and of course, when you're a kid, it's always a struggle.
That's the greatest thing ever.
Because you got to stay awake and everything.
Stay awake.
Right. But there was some good bowl games on then, too. I was going to say, New Year's Eve, we had the, what was that, Miami and Ohio State.
Uh-huh.
And everybody thought Miami would win. They won.
They did.
I was going to say, then the next day, finally, on New Year's Day, I feel like it's been 2 years since we've had a good game. The first 2 games are, whatever. That Ole Miss Georgia game was
great.
Freaking awesome. I'm cheering for...
That last play took like 9 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm cheering for Ole Miss, as I I got
because it's not Georgia.
Well, and I got duped by Lane Kiffin, but then my nephew is a junior there,
right?
So I have like some rooting interest. So it was just fun, yeah. And now you got Miami, who hasn't won a title since what, 2001?
Somewhere around there.
And the other three teams have never won one at all.
Mm-hmm.
So the semifinals coming up this week should be pretty good and should have a lot of stuff on there. And then NFL goes without saying. Actually, you know what? Nobody likes to start the new year off in a great mood. Let's relive some pain from just last night. The Ravens were in a position to make it to the playoffs, win the division. Just got to hit a kick.
Tyler Luke, he now has a chance to win the division for the Ravens. The final play of the regular season for the final spot in the playoffs. Tyler Luke from 44. Snap good. Holding. The kick is no good. It is wide right. And the Steelers are the champions of the North.
I know you have feelings on it, obviously, but credit where credit is due to the machine that is the NFL. Saturday night, that Niners-Seahawks game was great, right? Even just having the Panthers and the Bucks.
Right. Terrible teams, but a good game.
Right. And then last night, right? Like, look, I won't lie. I was very sad. Holidays are ending. Scott Hansen almost teared up signing off for Red Zone. But, man, what a game to end the NFL season.
It was a great game.
Yeah.
My son was absolutely devastated at the end, and he's mad at the kicker. And I was like, before you get mad at the kicker, let's review football. Why are they in that position? It's because they blew a lead to Buffalo in the fourth quarter. They blew a lead to New England in the fourth. He shouldn't have been in that position. There's 8 million things that went wrong in the season. Yeah, he should have hit the kick, but he shouldn't have been in a position for it to matter. Why did this game against Pittsburgh even matter when you had him dead to right? You got to do is win the goddamn games in front of you that you already have won in the fourth quarter. So I'm like, everyone's going to dump on this kicker. And it's like, look, that comes with the territory. He'll survive it. He's a young man. He'll get it. But I'm like, there's 53 men on that roster. All right? And they have choked all season long. They put themselves in this position. I feel bad for the kicker, but I do not feel bad for the Ravens.
Not only that, if they would have won, they beat a team that just lost to the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so you're not going to go that much further.
Yeah, maybe not. I just feel like between Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, it's always like that team has a chance to win.
They got a chance to win, but but that's the thing. I was like, look, man, they etched the bed all season long. They put themselves in this position. You know, that was my thing. So I'm like, look, everyone's going to be mad at the kicker. The kicker's going to get much grief. And I'm not defending the guy, but I'm like, you need to remember to ask yourself in the sport of football, why are in a position where they have to beat the Steelers when you have these fourth quarter leads, right, all through the season? And they blew it. I'm like, it should not come down to this. I'm like, that's on the team putting it on this guy's shoulders.
Well, and I'm not sure what the Ravens could do, right? I'm sure Mike McDonald always wanted to be a head coach.
Sure, of course.
But you can just obviously see the difference his coaching makes.
God.
Right? All of a sudden, the Ravens don't have a very good defense, and the Seahawks have, the second-ranked defense in the league.
You know, but look at the way they
just play dominant.
They play fast, they play dominant, they play confident, and they seem to have a general football IQ, just the football 101 stuff. When you see the Seahawks defense take the field, it's like, look, they're going to get burned because everybody gets burned, but you're not going to burn them all game. They understand the sport of football. They understand where you're trying to hide things, and you see them respond. Every time you see the tight end starts cutting across the line, they know it's going to be a run. Every team in the NFL knows it's going to be a run. I don't know why our team doesn't know it's going to be a run, and it's a run every time. And that's when I was telling my son. I said, look, everyone's mad at the kicker. I'm like, 95% of Pittsburgh's plays I called at the line of scrimmage when they lined up. And you give them a second, I'm like, you see that guy? This is where the play is going to go. This is who he's going to throw it to, man. It is so basic. And I said, look, I'm not a player, but every player in the NFL would recognize that and adjust. The Ravens do not. And they lose games, and it comes down to this kicker having the kick in Pittsburgh, and ain't on him.
Yeah.
Right? It's a low football IQ, and I don't know if that's the players or the defensive coordinator, but that to me, it's like I said with Kyler Murray. Like, he's a great athlete, but he's a stupid person, right? So he fails all the time that he plays. I'm like, they need to get their football IQ up a little bit. I don't think other teams can believe what they can get away with against them. Like, who doesn't know?
And a priest went out there with holy water and blessed the end zone.
It is ironic. I saw that, and I was like, you got a priest out there. Bless, and then he
That's
missed
not
it.
fair.
He missed that end zone.
That's
It's
not
like,
fair.
there's no way that had anything to do with it, but it is kind of ironic. Yeah. I would also say, though, just overall, though, like, just a great season, right? Obviously, a Seahawks fan, it was a super fun season.
Yeah, but nothing that's going on is what anyone predicting. No one who lives in Seattle said, man, I'm telling you, we're going to be the number one seed this year. It wasn't that. Everything I heard at the beginning of the year is, might finish around 500. I hope we can give the Rams I
had them winning over 10 games, right? I thought that was an easy bet.
Look at them.
But I didn't think they'd be that good. But I'm just saying, overall, like this is one of the most...
New England.
One of the years I've seen the NFL where I still don't know. Like, Seattle's the best team right now, but, like, there's just a lot of parity, which they want. But, like, the Chiefs fell off. Then you have, like, right now, the Houston Texans appear to be the hottest team in the league.
I'm going to tell you, right, Houston might be hot. I think the only team, and who the hell knows, I think the only team with the possibility of beating the Seahawks would be the Rams, just because they're divisional and all that, and the Rams do the thing. I still think the Seahawks are a better team.
Yeah.
But from the AFC, I'm like, put Jacksonville in there. Seahawks would eat Jacksonville's lunch. I think Houston, is considerably, they're a quote-unquote hot team. Seattle would devour those boys. Remember what they did to Denver when they played them in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I think Houston would have that experience against what the Seahawks are doing, not offensively, but defensively, man. Houston's not built for the S. The Mike McDonald has put out on that field, man. I'm telling you, this is like, enjoy this. This is about as good as the defense gets. And the other thing is, they already intimidate teams when they take the field.
Yeah,
other teams are already crapping their pants when they look at that defense. They already think, oh my God, what do we do? And they haven't even done the coin toss yet.
You were talking about watching Stranger Things. Mm-hmm. It's been a long year for David Harbour. It's gotten even longer. Basically, his strange wife, Lily Allen, came out, called him a cheater. There was Millie Bobby Brown. It said he was abusive on their show. Now, granted, she did show up with him on the red carpet. So I think, that was years ago. Well, now there's apparently, I guess TMZ, there was footage before Christmas. He's running out of a restaurant, holding another guy's hat, yelling, like, what are you going to do? Like, effing come at me.
Sounds like he's having a breakdown.
That's basically what people are saying.
Yeah.
Is like, he might be, I guess he is bipolar. So they're like, he like freaked out, started asking people about the Iraq war, got emotional, and kneeled down to pray. So people are saying it could be a bipolar episode. He's admitted this in the past, having it. Also,
there you go.
That's just look. People deal with personal stuff that they don't even tell other people.
Of course.
I can't imagine all that being splashed all over everything you see and read and everything else. Like, that's a long, hard year.
Plus, I feel like it only gets worse because once it gets out there, then the paparazzi and the TMZs and all that kind of stuff, they're going to start paying more attention to you.
And
my man could have had 8 episodes 4 years ago that we don't know about because no one cared about who he was, quote unquote, right? But now that he's gotten bigger and Stranger Things exploded and he's done these movie roles, like, bro, all eyes are going to be on you, waiting for you to fall apart again.
Your brain controls you. You don't control it.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
If it's not in your control, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you can take medication. You can do all kinds of things.
Correct.
But as far as being able to try to stop that behavior in the moment,
if you could, you would.
Exactly. You wouldn't be doing that.
Right.
But you can't.
Well, and he does a lot of stuff, but I mean, like, Stranger Things is still obviously one of the biggest shows.
Huge.
On TV. Probably one of the biggest show in the last 20 years, I would say.
Maybe he's just doing strange things.
He is doing strange things. Like, sometimes life imitates art.
You know what's funny about David Harbour, though? When you look at that show, right, all the kids are young adults now. He's the only guy that does not look any different.
Well, he was already an adult.
I know, but like no extra gray hairs.
What do we know him? What was he on before? We know him from somewhere.
I think he was just a character actor. I don't think just a character actor, but like everyone recognized him. You just didn't know his name.
Yeah. Right. I mean, that made up.
Because every once in a while, they'll be like, man, so-and-so died. I'm like, why do I know that name? Then you Google their image, like, oh my God, that guy.
Right. I think there's a lot of actors like that. We always say, like, you know the guy or the woman, you just don't know their name or whatever. Then they get on a massive show and you're like, oh, that's him. If you're a football junkie like me, for college football, you have the SFSC Championship.
Wow, man.
It's Montana State playing somebody over on ESPN.
Is that on
somebody.
It's on right now.
So what is football?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
we ain't got much left. Enjoy it.
Thank you, Tim. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Florida teen is pulled over after driving 154 miles per hour on wet roads.
Damn.
Meanwhile, a woman argues with her boyfriend at a Taco Bell. Then she seriously explodes. U.S. postal worker tries to run over a 10-year-old boy. Escape monkey finds a music store it wanted to destroy. And a woman wanted for arson tries to burn down a Walmart on New Year's Eve. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cock.
All right, our top story, we go to Florida, where a USPS driver is facing criminal charges. He was going about his normal workday delivering packages to the neighborhood when he spotted a young individual swiping one of the parcels that he had just delivered, and he was mounting a scooter with the package, primed to get away with some porch piracy. Thinking quickly, the driver did what he had to do to stop the 10-year-old thief. He attempted to run the boy over with his delivery truck.
But why would you even think you're not going to be hailed a hero
for running over a 10-year-old?
A 10-year-old out of even if the kid were stealing the package.
Correct.
Even if he was, and you run over a 10-year-old on a bike, right? And you're a grown-ass man. You're not going to be a hero. Nothing good comes of that.
So while he didn't hit the boy, he did run over the scooter as the 10-year-old jumped off and out of the way, injuring his ankle. So he wasn't even trying to scare the kid. He legit ran him over. But justice was served, you see. Except for the fact that the boy was a resident of the home that the package was dropped off at, and he was merely taking it to the proper address after his family realized the mix-up. Needless to say, the USPS driver is now facing some serious charges.
So you made two mistakes. Deliver the wrong package, forgivable. Happens all the time.
Sure.
And then you were going to run down the child.
Right.
I mean, like,
and that's you did run down the kid.
Yeah,
you ran over his scooter.
He managed to get off of the scooter before he actually took him out.
Like, I need to see the surveillance footage that makes me believe that you wouldn't actually have hit that kid if he was still on the thing.
I think, as an adult, one of the beauties of, especially kids that are like 10 years old, even if you think they're up to no good.
Yeah.
Is, son, why is that box? They will explain it to you.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to run them over.
Shy of that kid rolling out with a gun about to kill somebody. You don't run over the 10-year-old.
Well, I thought he was 11.
Golly. In other news, not to be outdone, you ready for this? A woman in Pennsylvania is facing similar charges after a spat with her boyfriend. Back on New Year's Eve, the couple got into a fight in the car while outside of a local Taco Bell. Classy joint to have a fight, by the way. With the boyfriend attempting to curtail the altercation by simply getting out of the car and leaving. Well done, he walked away from the situation. But this was clearly not the move that he should have made. As she responded by running over her boyfriend, even going so far as to drive on the sidewalk on the wrong side of the road to make sure that she made contact, hitting him from behind. Wow. Surveillance footage was obtained that captured the altercation, and the woman is wanted on attempted murder charges.
Oh, they haven't found her ass yet?
No, they will.
They will, sure.
They'll track her down, but again, I feel like we have this conversation once every couple weeks. Like, did it need to get this far? Do we need to go there?
You're at Taco Bell. Enjoy the food.
I'm going to go on a limb and say this woman gets the fire sauce.
Yeah.
That's not a mild type of move.
No, that's
running over somebody.
It is my go-to, though, man. I love that fire sauce.
The fire sauce?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Is it a little too zesty for you?
Oh, God, I'm clenching just thinking about it.
We got it back in the office.
I didn't even notice.
Do you go mild sauce, Ted?
I will say Taco Bell's the one place I can deal with. They're hot.
Yeah.
But generally, yeah, I'm a mild guy.
It's because I tried the Diablo sauce, and that's when it's just like, no, this is just spicy.
Now, is
I don't
Diablo above fire?
Yeah. Yes, it goes mild, hot, fire, then Diablo sauce.
So their hot sauce I will use. But yeah, when it gets to fire or Diablo, I'm like, I'm out.
Ted, I'm talking to a fairly new employee earlier today, and she was asking about, you guys have beer? So, oh, yeah, we got the beer, we got the sausage, we have the salsa. And we were standing directly outside of the studio. It's right before we were cutting commercials.
Yeah.
And she said, is the salsa spicy? No. And I pointed to you, Ted. And I said, he's a P, and he would admit it. When it comes to spice, so, like, I'm not even insulting him. He would tell you straight up, like, do not make it spicy. I cannot eat the spicy
We
stuff.
were eating ribs the other day watching college football, and my buddy's girlfriend came home, and she said, are they spicy? And I said, honestly, I'm a little bitch. They're not. You can eat them.
Okay.
Right? That's what was like. They're pretty mellow.
Hot ribs.
Yeah, it wasn't even insulting. I'm like, oh, no, man, he's a P when it comes to that.
Yeah. I mean, look, I have so many friends now. I just go, can I have? They're like, no, you can't.
No, you can't do it. Over to Tennessee for a story right out of the Thrills Nightmare. This was for Profile This. Local police got a call about a wild animal on the loose causing damage. A monkey that had escaped and was wrecking a musical instrument store. A cinnamon capuchin monkey, if I'm not mistaken.
I saw that. Is it capuchin or capuchin?
That sounds like some kind of fancy drink.
Capuchin.
Could I get the, what is it?
Spider kombucha?
The cinnamon capuchin.
Could I get the
salsa crazy monkey?
Sir, you ordered a monkey.
There was like one program that I heard the first time I heard it, and he said capuchin, and then everything else I heard capuchin. So I don't know what exactly it is.
Either way, it sounds like a drink.
It's a cinnamon monkey.
Can someone, next person who goes to Starbucks, shouldn't you try to order one?
A cinnamon capuchin monkey?
Don't say monkey. Just can I get the cinnamon capuchin? And see if they're like, sir, I'm pretty sure that's a monkey.
That sounds like something I would like, though. I love cinnamon sugar, man. Animal control arrived on the scene, but the monkey had made an escape before they could capture it. Luckily, they were able to track it down at its next target and safely captured it. Believe that the monkey was stolen from a farm in Alabama before being sold in a nearby town, and the investigation is ongoing to get to the bottom of that story.
That is interesting to me. One, there is a farm in Alabama that has a monkey.
Yeah.
And then someone said, hey, man, if we steal that, I know a dude in Tennessee that'll buy it.
I always hate when people use this term, but I'm about to. It's 2026. Are we really still owning monkeys?
Apparently.
There's a lot of things I question, to each their own, but yeah, exactly.
I get it. It was exotic back in the... I have a monkey. Like, all right, cool. But they
to me, it's just weird.
Yeah.
That said, I need to see that movie Primate coming up.
Primate.
Look, man.
Oh, that thing looks scary.
Oh, yeah. Because it's a freaking chimpanzee. What have I said from day one? Those things are freaking evil.
That's right.
They will kill you. So my wife said that looks stupid. I'm like, it does. And when I'm sitting in a movie theater watching it, I'll let you know.
There was somebody that was like, I can't believe they made a horror movie based on an actual event. A woman actually got severely injured. It's like she owned a monkey. She owned a chimp.
And she messed up her friend, not the owner. And you can't believe someone made a horror movie based on real event. I got bad news for them for so many horror
There's people
movies.
that get choked out by their constrictor snakes as pets. There's people that, are dumb enough to own gators and they get bit. Like, they are wild freaking animals.
Do you think this person was upset about Titanic? It made about $1 billion. A bunch of people died. It's a true story. Get over yourself, jackass.
To Illinois, where a woman is facing arson charges. Surveillance footage observed the woman in a local Walmart location walking to the camping section where she loaded a couple cans of camping fuel into her cart. She proceeds to walk over to the baby infant section of the store and pour the fluid all over several cribs before setting them on fire and walking out of the store.
That's a bad look.
Yes, it is. Firefighters arrived at the store being evacuated and were able to control the blaze, which is said to have caused more than $5 million in damages. The store is currently closed to the public as they assess the damage, and a motive for the fire is still unknown. The woman was eventually arrested.
She's a pyromaniac.
Pretty much.
And crazy.
Pretty much. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
thankfully, there's good news.
We go to Iowa, where medical staff went above and beyond the call of duty. A woman had gone in for an x-ray on her hand, and like everyone is recommended to do, she removed the rings that were on her fingers at the time of the imaging. Fast forward to a day later, she realized that she never actually put the rings back on before she left the hospital. That's when she realized that she had accidentally thrown away the napkin that contained her rings, which had belonged to her grandparents. They were actually their wedding rings.
Oh, wow.
She contacted the hospital, and maintenance crews went searching. Luckily, after clawing through roughly 60 bags of trash in about 45 minutes, they used a metal detector and were able to track down the jewelry and return them to the woman.
Oh, very nice.
Congratulations.
Out of Harlem.
Yeah. Men's Room Sports. As Ted said, you got some college football championship game over on ESPN. College hoops on CBS Sports and FS1. And the Kraken are in Calgary taking on the Flames over on NBC. And Kong, as far as your weather, should have to deal with just clouds for tonight and a low of 40. But tomorrow they're predicting rainfall and a high of 45. So it's not going to be a very fun day. But that is it for headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Hey, guess what tomorrow is? It's National Smith Day.
Let's go.
And we'll celebrate on Sit and Spin. The lovely Jolene's coming up in seconds.
Yes, indeed. It's all true, including National Smith Day. But in the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch, and Happy New Year. So until tomorrow, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Homes.com has collaboration tools to help home shoppers search, share, and discuss home shopping with family, friends, and their agent directly through the site. Though it was fun to get that email from your husband about that 3-bedroom in the hills, to which you replied via text that you would never live in the hills and you'd like to find a 3-bedroom closer to the beach. To which he replied, "Why are you so uncompromising?" A fun way to spend an afternoon, but we think it's just a tad bit easier our way. Homes.com.
Ding dong.
We've done your homework.